wonder how we even made it this far. Do you remember this time?
Hello and welcome to Helsinki. We are here for the Under-17s women and men's semi-final. My name is Matt Groom and I'm joined in the commentary box by a member of Team Ireland, Faye. Good morning, Faye. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Matt?
I'm good. I'm all right. It's been a busy couple of days, hasn't it? And a busy week.
Yeah, very busy. I mean, there's been a lot of events going on and it's not even done yet, so we'll see.
Exactly that. We have a busy day today with semi-finals and then finals later on tonight. And then tomorrow we have the speed, everything tomorrow on Sunday. So that is coming up, and you can watch all of the broadcasts on the IFSC's YouTube channel for free. Now, Faye, we'll talk more about you in a minute and about yourself as a climber. But first of all, we have our first athlete out on stage from China. Xingtian Lau is the first to attempt the men's route on the left. And then for the women, we have Emma Tersak coming on your screen in a second. Now, to give you a general overview of this, the men's route is more resistance-based, and look at that, a big jump start at the beginning, which is actually what I said to the setters that I would do, because the first move is a real nasty one. And Faye, for the women, lots of bridging there and stemming up the corner, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, lots of insecure moves, kind of. I get quite nervous if I were one of them, but we'll see how they master it and how confident they are on the moves.
Yeah, exactly that. And when we say stemming or bridging, we mean feet kind of either side. If you imagine climbing up a corner, you can press your left foot on one side, your right foot on the other, and try to get a little bit of a rest. For the men, not really as many rests. Resistance climbing, and that means it's all about endurance with less cruxes. And he is quickly through. Whereas this is Emma on the right-hand side. I love, Emma, what's your opinion on these big 360 hold things? You like climbing on them?
They're big enough for when I put my feet on them, but I don't really like having to hold them very much. In Boulder, they're all right, but I wouldn't like them on a lead route. But she seems to be getting on okay with them. Yeah,
she did that big kind of lean-out press with the left arm, which is such an outdoorsy move. And you can see she does not like that left foot at all. It's pretty insecure, isn't it? Especially when you're looking down.
Yeah.
A pop, she goes. Early fall for her. Well, I think that is to be expected for the first couple of athletes. It's a very unusual route for the women. The men's perhaps like more sort of traditional, I guess you could describe it. Just you've got to keep going.
Yeah, I got some old school crimps there as well, so yeah, seems to be all right.
Yeah, I do love an old school crimp. That's my style anyway. Forget the run and jumps. Let's just squeeze hard. All right, well, Xingtian is up onto about a third of the way up now. You'll see some blue crosses on the wall in a sec, and we'll explain those when he gets to them. I'm trying to see what he's got written on his shoe there. Often athletes write little messages to themselves on shoes.
Yeah, I know Paula, my farfader, has the word win written on her shoe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right, now this blue cross, usually it indicates the last clipping position, so he has to make this clip above his head from here. And the reason is because it's not a jump like it usually is, it's just a dangerous position if you weren't to clip that draw. So the B-layers are just keeping, the root set are just keeping an eye on safety with that one. All right, a little rotation through with the feet. And that's the first time we saw him pause. Oh, and he does fall. Wow, that was unexpected. Yeah, I was about to say, I think we saw him struggling a little bit before
He
that.
seemed to be contemplating what moves he should do, and he seemed to be getting a bit more insecure. Didn't really seem to trust whatever beat he'd come up with, so...
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's Naya Isak coming on for Slovenia. And Faye, look, let's talk about you a little bit. Is lead your favourite, or are you more of a boulderer?
I'm more of a boulderer, but I don't put any pressure on myself for lead, so I tend to have better performances in lead,
That's interesting. So the pressure can sort of get you a bit in boulder sometimes.
Definitely gets to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have got a feature about Faye on the IFSC's Instagram channel where we did a little interview with her, so you can go and check that out if you want to know more info. And of course, part of Team Ireland, and there's many Instagram accounts for Team Ireland. There's Mountaineering Ireland. There's, what else is there? I've got the Island coach here.
Island climbing.
Island climbing. There you go. So there's lots to be had. You can go and follow them, and please do. Now, where she's got her left foot, half of that hold is no texture, and it's a pretty tricky one, but she's moved through it well.
I think there's a foot jib on there, actually.
Yeah, you can just see it, can't you? Coming out shot now. Yeah, and she did that move left very smoothly.
Yeah, she seems very confident, which I think the main difference has been thus far.
Yeah, I would agree. And it is all about confidence in the first half of the women's route. It is a route of two halves. The style completely changes in a minute. And it's this kind of moves where you kick the right foot out. And if you know how to do this, it is quite restful. You can find bridging positions.
Yeah, it still seems to be quite uncomfortable, though, especially because you're holding on to the no-text part.
I think uncomfortable is a good way to describe it, actually, yeah. Just awkward climbing for her. And you can see this, that there's no texture. The setters have used the no texture to force certain movements and sequences. And then Augustine Noé comes on from France. Naya doing well here, thumb pressing up. And this is the end of sort of Route 1 for the women. Route 2 coming up. And another one of these awkward clips. She's got to bring that right foot up. Yeah, now she does. And the setters were telling me they might see some timeouts on this route because of moves like this where you don't quite know what you're doing. We'll get this very awkward clip in here. So now this is going to be interesting because she's got to have a moment to reset, and she doesn't really, kind of moves fast. But there is a very physical move here as she comes towards the pocket. Got to be accurate with the feet, and she's not so accurate. Well, she did route number 1. It's just route 2 that got her. And Augustine climbing. So Faye, what's your kind of favourite climbing styles when you're out on the wall?
I don't know if I really have one. In training, I'd say slabs, but like long traversing slabs.
Oh
I
God,
enjoy
really?
those. Yeah,
You're
I
one of
really
them?
enjoy those ones.
Have you done
But, yeah.
other types of climbing? Because this is it's much, much better.
Yeah, I have, but...
Fair enough. Each to his own. Each to his own. I'm not sure there's many long traversing slabs in IFSC competitions. There are some.
Well, there've been some. At the UICs, there've been a couple.
That's
like
true.
Those.
That's true. And I suppose the old Olympic system of 2 zones. There were longer boulders there. But
Yeah, I'll just do combined from now on.
Oh.
There we go.
Well, yeah, exactly. We'll have a word with the setters and get something long for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch Faye and others in the Boulder semi-finals and final. Oh no, sorry, not you weren't semi-finals, were you?
No, I wasn't. Messed my second round up a bit.
Oh. Noah is resting on what is some pretty good crimps up there. 3-finger drag in. Our current high point is 29 for the men. He's just taking a moment to shake out here. Nice deep right heel hook in. And the sheets on the wall, that is to cover up routes that are coming up this evening. So they're likely to be finals routes. Not sure if they're under 17 or under 19. You can just sort of get a hint of what's behind them, but not too much. He's taken a long time here.
Yeah, I mean, you always run the risk of resting too long, maybe tiring yourself out a bit more. So you always have to be aware of that when you're on the wall.
Yeah, it's a good point, Faye. And we saw that in the women's last night. There was a big overhang and a very good jug. But the longer you stayed there, the more pumped you seemed to get.
Yeah.
And a few got caught in that trap. Okay, Ida comes on for Bulgaria, in the bright green of Bulgaria. We'll see her in a sec. Noe, meanwhile, will climb his way towards the blue cross, where we lost our first athlete. Yeah, little crimps to be had, a bit old school, but positive. And I think the athletes, no one should really struggle with this section. It's kind of their bread and butter. And he is taking his time. We don't have a clock currently on screen, but I can see one in front of me. So 3:04 is on the clock.
I mean, we mentioned the women may be having timeouts, but if everyone rests this long, we can see about the men's as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's coming up to 2 minutes 45 now on the clock. So Ida up through. And this hole where she's got her left hand, the higher you go on it, the less friction it is, but she's dealt with it well. Into dishes and positive climbing. There's a clock. Wonderful. So 2:28 now. And 5:17 on the right. Yeah, I don't think there's much of a danger of him timing out. I mean, he's actually seems to have worked this out well. I mean, the athletes had an observation time about 6 minutes before, so he would have recognised that this was an endurance route. But it's not the longest of routes, so I think he's timed this pretty well.
Yeah, taking another big rest before the Boulder head wall.
Yeah, and that drop knee is just locking him into position. You can see swapping arms back and forth. Ida, meanwhile, is approaching the end of the first half of this section. 2 tricky clips to come, though. So he's onto some nasty crimps and some interesting moves to come. This is where the men's route steps up a gear, especially in the cross to the pocket on his right. But this is a very good performance here from him. And you got to be said, if you're a route setter right now, you're wondering if you might have slightly made this route too easy, but certainly not for the women as she spirals down. But Noe making brilliant progress here. Then he falls near towards the top. So we'll have to wait and see whether he was just on fantastic form or whether that route might be a little bit too easy. We'll have to wait and see. But we certainly lose both the athletes. So 3 women have gone, 2 men. Men's climbing a bit slower, as we'd expect. Right, Faye, let's hype up Team Ireland for a second, shall we? Because you guys, I know, are sort of developing into the IFSC world, and we'll talk to your coach later on more about this, I'm sure. But tell me about the athletes in the squad. Have you got some good people?
Yeah, so I'm on the youth squad with Sean Henshin, and Sean's had some pretty good performances. He nearly made finals in Ostermundigen last year. He was 11th at the UIC, so very close. And yeah, we've got a couple of younger athletes developing at the minute, and yeah, we've started a pathway to help them develop. Okay. So yeah, hopefully you'll see more Irish athletes in the future.
Brilliant. I've done a little bit of outdoor climbing in Ireland, mainly at Fairhead in Northern Ireland, but there is a lot of good climbing between the weather. Like the rain does tend to shut things down a bit, in my experience anyway.
Yeah, I haven't done too much outdoor climbing in general, but I've been at Fairhead before, and yeah, that's quite nice. My family's based in Northern Ireland, so.
Okay, you should go there. The bouldering especially up there is so good, so good. Okay, Xin Wang is underway on the right-hand side. There she is, one of a pretty big Chinese squad to come, and then Leonardo Delona is on the left-hand side from Italy. We'll see him in a sec. Yeah, it's interesting you talk about not climbing outdoors, because every now and again a setter will do something like this. They'll put in an outdoorsy route. And I want coaches to be like, see, I'm a big advocate of outdoor climbing, right? I think coaches should be promoting outdoor climbing. Say, look, there's a bridging route. Go to Fairhead. Stem your way up a corner with some cams in it. I think my own personal biases are coming in here.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I'd get out more and do it. I'm close to some pretty good outdoor places, but
I suppose with school, climbing, training, everything else, you're quite busy.
Hard to find the time.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I just swan around the world talking about climbing. It's easy for me. Right, Xin Wang has done well, though. Positive stuff as she moves through the dishes and pockets down low. And Leonardo, you'd imagine, will just rest his way through this route. It's quite interesting, these two routes, very different styles. Oh, but he's having a little bit of trouble here as he just had to readjust on the side pulls. And he looks slightly like that's throwing him a bit.
Yeah, he's coming up to a big heel hook now, though, so he might take the opportunity to rest at least.
Yeah, it's where we saw a previous athlete resting here for a long time.
Or not.
Well, he's got the... I think he might... No, he doesn't, yeah. I mean, look, there's no point resting if you're not tired.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I have a feeling that the men's route needs you to rest even when you feel like you don't have to.
Well, maybe he's hoping for the volume to give him quite a big rest.
All right, Xian in the corner. Yeah, she's in the corner, puts the thumb in underneath, and this awkward quick draw to come on the left-hand side. Really requires you to sort of like keep the body tension, lean out far left to make the clip. So she's in the corner, starts this press, finds the left foot. Leonardo, meanwhile, has quickly made his way to the end of the blues.
Seems like we might be about to see the so-called route 2 of the women.
Yeah, she's into the power section, isn't she? Right, she crosses down, looking very good as she just chalks up between the movements. And on the left-hand side, we are approaching the last bouldery sequence for the men. It suddenly sort of turns up the pressure at the very top. Now, she's on holds that I was told more junior climbers maybe not used to on the sort of on the European youth scene, these big macros and pinches.
Yeah, well, at the UIC in Bologna, they had some big holds.
Oh, we lose Leonardo on the left. Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, no, we had some big holds at the UIC in Bologna, but yeah, in past ones from the videos I've seen, doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, and it's a favourite of IFSC senior setters is these big holds and macros. So, oh, just about got that right hand there. Had to make a decision, and she did snatch for it. All right, we have clocks now and leaderboards. 1:35 on the clock for her. So into the big side pull, and she's on the final sequence here, what we would call the head wall of this route, although it's not sort of a traditional IFSC sort of overhanging until the very top style wall.
Yeah, but lots of climbers seem to be getting quite far very early on, so...
Yeah, there's the fall for her, but that is easily the new high point for Wang as she comes down. Strong stuff from her. All right, for the men, Benjamin Rose Innes comes on. All right, underway for Team USA with a big heel hook in the corner. makes the triple clip. And the clock on the bottom left, 5:32 now, so he has 6 minutes to do the route. And it is just an awkward start for the men. These feet are pretty slippery and bad. And as we've seen, a couple of athletes just getting a little unsettled here. But if you can sort of recover, then it's not too bad. And then Julia Ramusenen comes on from Switzerland. Switzerland getting a couple of athletes through into the under-17s, less so with the under-19s. And then into the double pockets. Has a deep heel hook into the pockets now. And we can see on the right-hand side, Julia starting things off. We'll get some shots of her in a second, but right now, cranking into these pockets down low for Benjamin. Team USA bringing a big squad here. And Faye, is it fun to sort of climb with lots of different nationalities at this competition?
Yeah, it's great. It's nice having loads of teams, including like the Asian ones, and there's some South Africans too. So it's been nice getting to know a couple of different people.
Yeah, we have some names there. So Julia on the right-hand side from Switzerland, USA Benjamin on the left.
Yeah, Julia will be hoping to at least make finals and do quite well there. Placed third last year, I think, so have big ambitions this time.
Yeah, but with that can come quite a lot of pressure, can't it? Because you know that people expect you to make finals, expect you to get medals, and it can be tough. I think we saw Lucy Garlick struggle with that in the Boulder, for example. You know, that expectation is hard.
Pulled it back in the lead, though.
Boy, did she. It was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah, really enjoyed watching her last night. Right, Benjamin with a big swing with the left foot, just about makes the right hand, but he's got a bit of a shake on. Elbows start to go up as he finds the left, but you almost watch that happening in real time there. Let's stick with Julia. And we will let you know about times and stuff if it's a problem. She's trying to find something on the top of this hole, but it's there's no friction to be had there.
Yeah, Naya seems to make it work quite well. Oh, a little foot slip there, but...
Yeah, now this is the sequence we're talking about, and it's really easy to overthink this. You know, the wrap over the top there is not very good for the friction. That's the right foot, which is twisting in. And she's got to press off that no friction sequence.
Yeah, she seems to chalk up though, but she's made it work no matter what.
Yeah, she's through, eh? And if she can stand up here, she will just get a moment to shake.
Very precise with the foot there.
Yeah, she's doing well. Right, power climbers to come. And do you reckon she might suit this second section a bit more with her style?
I think Julia is quite a technical climber, but she's got a lot of power. She did quite well in bouldering as well, so should bode well for her in the power style.
She's got big encouragement from a crowd as well, as you can hear in the background. Has a very awkward looking heel though in here. Just about makes the clip. Has she got anything left as she eyes up the next pretty flat hold? She's going to do it with the heel in. I think she might get a bit trapped. No, she changes it now. Oh, and then a little to the left. She did hit the jib that's up there, but I think she wasn't quite high enough perhaps.
Yeah, seemed to be struggling with positioning there. Not quite sure which way to do it.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, Charles is on for... there he is, Charles from Singapore.
Very fast.
Yeah, super fast from him, eh? I mean, positive. I mean, he'll have had a look at the holds. He'll know that honestly, it's no texture. It is what it is. There's no point being that, you know, slow on it, because the longer you stand on those things, the worse it sort of feels sometimes. So impressive stuff. He also might just be a boulderer who has to climb really quickly. You know, we do see that as well. Charles drops that left leg under in a flag, makes the match, and then into the side pulls for him. And we will get Team Ireland's coach on during the cleaning break to chat about sort of development of the Irish squad. Give Faye a bit of a break as well. So Paula, and a lady you know pretty well out there on the stage. You train with her, is that correct?
Yeah, so whenever I train in Munich, Paula's normally there too, so we see each other quite a bit. Yeah, been working very hard over winter.
Well, in Boulder semi-final, she was unbelievable. I can't remember exactly how many she dropped, but she got all 4 boulders, the only person.
Yeah.
And it was very impressive. Finals, maybe not quite to that level, but, she's one to watch, absolutely. I was talking to Sagi, one of her coaches in Team Germany. He was like, she is very good. Once she sort of sorts that sort of, I think any youth athlete needs to learn their craft a bit, and she's probably in that phase of it.
Yeah, she's come on quite a lot though. Boulder European Youth Champion at the minute, and I think she won one in Mold as well, so doing quite well, was on a winning streak, and finals is great too.
Yeah, she's up and coming for sure, so we're expecting her to cruise through this first half, not make too many mistakes, hopefully. Charles with a sneaky little right toe hook in there. And he has some really interesting footwork he's using through this. That's a high left heel hook. Little swing to get out of the position. And he will progress and picking up the pace a little bit here. Paula up towards what can be an awkward move for some of the women here. And Paula makes it look pretty simple, and we'll get the clip in low. Charles starting to look a little pumped on the left as he drops that hand back to try to get there again. Now Paula's used her height there because she is a bit taller. She went for the stretch without the foot, and I think it would have been a bit risky if she had done that. So it was smart thinking to readjust.
Yeah, you can see on her feet as well, her left shoe has a bit of a hole in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some athletes tend to do that after ankle injuries, so she can continue training, and yeah.
Presumably it might hinder heel hooking a little bit.
Yeah, may do.
She needs to smear some rubber on her skin there. But yeah, so she's cut that away just because of an ankle injury.
Yeah, it happens. Some athletes tend to do it quite a bit. Something that happens quite a lot, but I don't think you see it a lot in competition.
No, it's the first time I've seen one that big anyway. I've seen like little slits cut in shoes, but not a huge hole like that. Good spot, Faye. So Charles on the left, keep an eye on him. He's into the crimps now. Hits the head wall, the right hand, I think fired as he went up, but I think it was more an indication he was getting tired. And Paula is powering her way up here. Good work from her. It's the move the previous athletes struggled on.
Yeah, she looks quite confident for it. Doesn't seem to be struggling.
No, not at all. That's the heel we were talking about.
Oh, but...
Paula goes there. And she's straight off with that shoe. I'm fascinated by the heel more than anything else now. I want to go find the story on that one. So Paula down, but she will be up into the top 8 as things stand. In fact, she is in 2nd place currently, 24 plus, still underneath the high point of 30 plus. We're looking for just 8 athletes to move forward, but the athletes are coming out in the opposite order from where they qualified. So the starting few qualified at the bottom. And at the top for Japan is Arisa Hayashi for the women, and for the men it's Haeul Lee from Korea in the top spot. And Faye, I'm guessing you've got a couple of years left of youth competitions before you start sort of thinking about the senior side of things, maybe. But is that a dream one day to climb in World Cups?
Yeah, I would definitely like to. I have 2 more years left of EYCs as it currently stands. 4 years of European Youth Champs, so...
You've got a bit of time left then.
Got a bit of time before I have to really start thinking about that.
Absolutely, and lots of time for Team Ireland to develop as well. As you said, more pathways coming through, but we will chat about that later on. Right, Adela Boranska comes on. Have I got that right? Yes, from Czech Republic. So impressed with Team Czechia at the moment.
Yeah, she did quite well in Boulder as well, just barely missing out on semis, so quite strong in both disciplines.
Yeah, one of those perhaps deciding And then there is Davide Martinez coming on from Spain. All right, well, she is quickly underway here. It's my kind of route, this, down low. I'm definitely less of an endurance athlete, so taking moments to be able to bridge like this, I would like. But it's interesting, the women have climbed fairly quickly, actually, through the bottom. I thought they would take more time down here.
I think most of them are eager to get going, get to the top.
All right, well, she's into this left-hand press. First of the awkward moves. And Davide is underway on the left. He's climbing a little slower, making use of the edges where he can find them. There's slopey stuff to come. You can see the light shining off those no-friction sections. Okay, crosses through. Good footwork. That's all she's standing on those 360 holds. Notorious for the ghost holds that came out in Japan a few years ago. Quite hard to see the sections where there's not friction. It's easier for us at home, actually, because the lights tend to shine off it. But if you're an athlete and you're up close, it's very easy just to not focus, stand on the wrong bit of it, and that's it. So Davide reaches up high. There is, I think, a jib in there.
Adele also finding the high foot.
Yeah, and then she's pressing up, right? It's such a weird move when you sort of, often with climbing, you're sort of pulling, whereas for the women's route, you're pressing more than anything down low. All right, Davide finds good pockets. He'll take a moment to shake here with that heel locked in, as does everyone else. 3:45 on the clock on the right, 4:28 on the left. That clock starts, obviously, the second the athletes pull off the ground. And Della has a little look at what's to come, but good work to work that right foot up into the correct position for her. So Davide will shake out in this position. Now he moves forward up onto the volumes. No jibs to be had there, so you have to be have a bit of core tension to hold yourself into that position when you're smearing like that. And Adela has been in this. So this is the rest I was kind of thinking they would use more here into the corner, because you can really recover if you stand up on those legs.
Yeah, I mean, you're not putting much weight on your arms, so it seems to be quite a good spot to rest. But most people have just powered through. And it's worked out for some of them, so.
Yeah, exactly. But I think, I have a feeling that unlocking the key for this route is a bit of both. You know, is taking a bit longer to shake there and then going and not stopping. I'll have to wait and see. Davide on the traverse towards the right. Looks at the big side pull, eyes that up. Adela into the pinch now. Big moves to come, and if you're slightly tired, wide pinches like that can be exhausting on the forearms. Oh, that quick draw. Davide falls kind of out of nowhere. We'll go back, and she falls as well. Hadn't got that quick draw in. Thumps the wall on the way down. Hope she's all right there. Yeah, that quick draw, I think maybe she wanted to clip it a bit lower than she did. That does put her up into provisional third with a 22 plus. I love these flags, Faye. Where's the Irish flag?
It's right there.
Oh yeah, on the left.
Yeah, right in the middle.
There you go. Yeah, they took a lot of time putting those. I was told last night by my colleague Richard that there's a flag shop apparently in Helsinki, which I was quite amazed by last night. I just can't believe making a living just from flags. But
I've seen a lot of random shops in Helsinki, actually, believe it or not.
What's the most random one you've seen?
I've seen a balloon shop, like
right.
just balloons. Not a party shop, just balloons.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to go to the balloon shop now.
Had a Spider-Man one.
Hang on.
Very fitting.
What, in the shape of Spider-Man or just with a picture on it?
In the shape of Spider-Man.
Wow.
Hanging from the ceiling.
That's very apt for climbing.
Yeah.
All right, well, the athletes are being held for a moment as the stage is cleared. In fact, he did walk on, and then I don't know where he's gone. He was ushered off. Anyway, Maya Ene is on right now from Romania. And Maya, I was really impressed with during her Boulder round earlier on in the week. She lives in Salt Lake City, but is Romanian by birth, but trains with a lot of the USA coaches, and she was like a bit of a breath of fresh air. She had a very interesting style in Boulder.
Yeah, Bologna didn't go too well for her, so it's good to see her come back and be in good form for both Boulder and Lead.
Yeah, agreed. She might be sort of a wild card for the finals here, so keep an eye on her. Up she goes. Let's cruise through these opening couple of moves. I'm not sure what's happening with the men's comp. There seems to be a little delay. We've lost an athlete, clearly. Oh, I see him now. We're all good. They've refound him. So Maya is underway, and there is Moreno Gilardi. Swiss athlete, Italian name. Might be right on the border. It's my favourite part of Switzerland is the Italian bit of Switzerland, where the good bouldering is. Ticino. Now, Maya is taking her time here. This move is just weird. So it's one of those where if you just step into it, actually it's possible, but you've got that nasty left hand, you've got this weird press thing with the left, and you're very low, so you don't want to make a mistake here. And Maya is just trying to figure it out.
Doesn't seem very confident, but hope she'll make it work.
Yeah, and it's in your head, you know, you're like, no one else was struggling here, you know, why am I struggling here in terms of the time? And suddenly you're on a bit of an awkward position. She presses up, and I think she'll take a deep breath having got that top hold. All right, good work from her. Moreno on the left. Into the undercling.
The Swiss team seem to be applauding their athletes.
Yeah, exactly. And look, he's got a knee bar in there. That's the first. I don't know how you guys do knee bars without knee pads. I can't do them with a knee pad, let alone on bare skin.
I can't do them with a knee pad. It feels like it slides.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you on it. Oh, Moreno is having to work really hard with that left hand. I think he's one of the first to be unsettled by the bottom of this route. And Maya as well has been struggling here for a while. It's not a style that she's used to, I don't think.
No, I think she's someone who might get in her head a bit, but she's managed it well throughout the rest of the rounds, so let's hope she can bring it back here.
Yeah, she's in a sort of territory she's not used to, and you can see with the way she's kicking the feet here. You know, she's almost trying to cheat the sequences by finding very high feet, whereas actually, you know, if she didn't, just about found that dish. If she can get a bit higher and finding resting positions, I think she'll be okay.
Yeah.
But she's got a couple more meters of tricky climbing to go. And Moreno is really having to fight as well. So the tension rising here in the stadium. Both athletes having to battle pretty hard right now. Maya drops down again. Oh, God, I just got my fingers crossed for Maya right now. You can almost see the struggle coming out of the screen at you.
Yeah, it's taking quite long as well. If she does manage to get past it and take a long rest, she'll have to move quick.
Yeah, she checks the time because that time is ticking away. And this is what the setters said. You know, there might be timeouts if you get confused by these sequences. But also, that won't be helping her psychological state right now.
Oh, she gets up, though. Gets the foot up.
Yeah, Moreno is trying to recover as well. It's hard to look both directions here. You get the feeling any athlete might go at any second here.
That's just well to get into the good feet now.
Yeah, I think if Maya now can just reset, she'll be all right. Moreno's getting encouragement. He finds the right hand. It seems like he's settled down a little bit. I want to know who shouted at who. I think it's Team Switzerland who was just screaming. Yes,
yeah,
they are. All right, Maya, though, has got to stay focused. Oh, she does a weird kind of cross through with the right hand.
Yeah, readjusts.
Yeah. It's hard for Maya to keep focused with the noise here in the stadium as well. Maya cuts loose, and I tell you what, that's a good fight from her, but from the moment she pulled on, that was a real struggle for the Romanian athlete. All right, Moreno on the crimps. He's done well as well. He looks so shaky down low, but he's up towards the crux, the danger zone. That's what he's standing on. Brings the right foot up to the jib.
Yeah, really fighting, but yeah.
He is up to second, though, provisionally here. What a battle for him. Tiny jibs up high, elbows going up. He's got the pocket to come. What a comeback from him here. He nearly dropped it down low, but he found something special in the middle. Are we going to see a top from him? He's 2 holds away. Now he's looking in some trouble. Can he get the left foot in? He does. Stretches out the foot, eventually pings, but what a performance from him. Wow. That was a good battle.
Yeah, whoa.
All right, back down to the ground for Moreno. Wow, well, a dramatic double athletes there for different reasons. Okay, Lou Enclair comes from Team France.
Having a hell of a comp so far. Podiumed in Boulder. And yeah, lead semis.
Yeah, all-rounder for sure. And she's underway now. These quick draws all provided by our main sponsor, Trango Climbing. So thank you, guys. And we have a speed quick draw clipping game coming to Instagram this afternoon. You should have a go at that, Faye. It's set up upstairs. The fastest to do it, Roman de Grange, did very well. I challenged him to do it, and initially I think he was quite unsure, but then he got very competitive.
Well, that's nature of it.
Well, Team New Zealand, Team South Africa were trying it, and then every time I'd go away to find another athlete, I'd come back and there were about 6 of them trying this clipping game upstairs. So they were getting very competitive. All right, Lou's teammate comes on, Pietro. Oh, sorry, yes? Oh, no, great. I'm sorry, I'm talking complete rubbish. I got confused by Blue. Tom Balknet comes on from Great Britain. I saw blue and I thought France. What a fool.
Well, they've got similar colours now, don't they?
Thank
Last
you,
was
Faye.
navy.
Thank you. Got my back. I like it. Yeah, they do have it, especially the junior side. Okay, so those are the ghost holds you can see shining in the lights here. And she's done the first sequences a little smoother than Maya did before, which is good for my heart rate. And Tom sliding away. You can almost hear the squeaks through your TV screen.
Lou reaching up, doesn't seem to have found that foot yet, but seems to be looking at it.
All right, Tom up into the side pulls now. Lou into position as well. She's done very well here, Faye. Smooth climbing from her.
Yeah, definitely working her way through it very confidently.
Oh, this stretch. My core tightens every time I watch that. I'm like, oh my goodness, get it in. And she's fiddling with it, and now does. And Tom has the heel in. Tom into the pocket now. Yeah, and Lou starts to make this transition, change of styles. I think she'll...
Well, she doesn't have the foot over yet.
No, she doesn't. She's very crossed up as well. I mean, she has to cut loose a little. She doesn't know. She managed to find the feet.
Yeah, she got a toe hook in there whenever she was reaching across, which served her well.
Good work from Lou then. Right, she'll have an eye on the top half of this wall here, and you have to get up there if you want to make that top 8. We've had some strong performances from the women so far. And Tom as well. I mean, look, we've seen what's happened before. Head wall is needed for him. Lou with a big drop knee, finds the pinches. That was good. So many athletes have stopped on that, have either missed the jib or been a bit low on it, but Lou working her way through. And I reckon this is where the sort of the Boulder, and you'll know this, a Boulder, you know, having a bit of extra power to pull on is useful.
Yeah, I think this should be Lou's style, mainly because it's very bouldery. But yeah, she's got a lot of endurance though. Very, very well-rounded athlete.
Oh, she'll need it now as she comes up to the pinches, right foot in.
Oh, jamming her whole body in.
Yeah, a little bit of a hip jam in there. And then Tom has this cheeky little right toe that a few athletes have utilised. And Tom hits those blue crosses. So Lou rests, and this is a good rest. The set has told me there was a moment to shake here because that where her right foot is probably one of the best footholds on the route. And if you can find a good position like she's done, then it's a good place to just get yourself ready for the final head walk. But Lou has a minute left now.
Yeah, staying very calm though, not rushing.
Yes, not rushing yet. I mean, she has got time, but and I think the rests are done, so she will try to drive through here. Are we going to see our first top for the women? That quick draw, she hasn't looked at it yet, so it might just be points here. Finds the left hand, puts her heel in. Now she does get the quick draw. Okay, well, that's the final one for her. And she's easily into the high point, but has 30 seconds on the clock. Keep an eye on Tom on the left as well. He's in the resting position.
Lou getting very close.
Yeah, she won't have much time on the clock though. Got to move through here. Finds the left hand. She does drop off just with 13 seconds to go for Lou. And look at the fingers starting to uncurl for Tom as well. He's got a minute 16 but comes down. Wow. Well, a good round, and that is the high point by quite a way for Lou. 34 plus there compared to 30 plus for Wang, who has been in the hot seat for a while and is now finally pushed out of that final sequence. And then for the men, this is our top 8. And Tom moves himself into 3rd position with that performance, 37 plus for him.
A lot of countback going on in the men's.
There is, isn't there? Yeah, 43 plus and 37 plus of these spots. And a bit of 29 action down at the bottom as well.
To be expected in semis.
Yeah, semis is always the hardest round, right?
Yeah, because like especially in Boulder, in finals, whenever lots of people are watching, you want to see a lot of tops. And semis is when you can make sure that you can get a lot of hard boulders in and get lots of separation.
Yeah, and I think athletes, I mean, from what I've been told, and you can tell me more, that semi-finals is quite a stressful round because once you're in finals, it's sort of job done, isn't it? Like you can just relax and...
Well, for most athletes, yeah, I think for some, finals can bring an extra level of pressure because then they're expected to do something.
That's true. If you're someone like Flora Balassa, for example, from last night, you know,
exactly.
You're kind of expected to win the thing, perhaps.
But semis can be even more stressful then because if you don't make finals, it's... Yeah.
No, exactly that. Okay, couple to go before the cleaning break. Lijing Liu is on from China, and then Pietro Franzoni for Italy. Yeah, Team China really bringing the heat, and her teammates, Mani Lee, who will be out later, has become a little bit of a sensation. I posted a video up on some Chinese social media recently and it's exploded, but she will be out later on. The lady who won the Boulder competition the other day. There's Li Jianglu. She makes the first couple of clips. Heavily strapped up right shoulder there. And Pietro has done well down low. No drama from him as he leaves the pinks into the blues. The athletes climbing quite far apart. Yesterday's semi-final, they were very close together in the middle of the wall, but the route setters trying to use the space provided. It's always quite hard in a sort of commercial gym that isn't necessarily set up for a world-class competition.
Yeah, but this gym seems to be quite well set up, in my opinion. I mean, it's got a great wall.
No, especially I like the fact there's an entire boulder area to warm up on as well.
Yeah, it's great. And then you have all the water relays
Yeah.
out there as well. Yeah, it's quite well set up. I understand why they're hosting it here.
Yeah, it's good. And I always butcher the name, but it's KiipeilyAreena, something like that. Apparently I say it terribly. But
Yeah, I'm not going to try and correct you.
no, I know. But you can, we're tagging it on Instagram a lot. And do come if you're in Helsinki, because it's a great place to climb. I've done quite a lot here over the last couple of days when I could sneak a session in. It's really good. Fantastic routes. So both athletes kind of nearing the third mark here. Pietro's on the sharp, good crimps. Yingli on the right is up towards the really awkward final part of this stemming section. Wraps that arm on the no texture. She's really struggling to get the left foot in and now presses herself into the corner. On the left-hand side, Pietro gets the toe in underneath. And now this awkward clip to come. It will feel a long way away from her, all the way on the left-hand side here. Pietro doing what he needs to do too. Head wall is important. Right foot on a bolt cover, which you are allowed to do, but it's very... Oh, no, so it's not a bolt cover, is it? It's a hold. Is it? Yeah, sorry, it is a hold. It looked like a bolt cover. I was about to say they're very slippery to stand on, and not a great idea, but it was a hold, so fair enough.
No, some holds nowadays are quite slippery too, so...
I'm waiting for the bolt covers to become part of routes. Like, I think that's coming.
Yeah, I hope it's not when I'm still competing, but...
Yeah, they're deliberately made very difficult to stand on for obvious reasons. Those would be footholds all over the place. Pietro starts to get some encouragement here as he finds the crimps up high. Left hand explodes off it. So Pietro is
37 plus, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. And I don't know if that's going to be enough as we progress through this competition. Countback will start to be very important. Yeah, he was up to third with that, but a lot of athletes to come here. Yijing Liu onto the big holds, makes the match. 1 minute 50 on the clock for her.
She made that move look very easy.
Yeah, she's up to provisional fourth here with 23. So good climbing from her, but she'd like to get a bit higher if she's going to secure something, and that right elbow is creeping up. And she'll want to try to get a shake here. And she won't really know. There's a better resting position if you can get sort of a body length up here. But of course we have...
She's got a body jammed in like Lou though as well, which keeps on dropping down.
Yeah.
That comfortable.
It's not. And I think the left foot isn't the best either. That is the left foot and the right foot. Yeah, there's no jib to be had. So she is just smearing with the feet. And puts in a heel to rock up. But see, this is where I think she'll be in a better position to rest. But she's only got 55 seconds on the clock and therefore can't rest for that long. You know, we saw 13 seconds come on the clock before and she's behind that time, so...
Yeah, I think Lou rested for the same amount of time, but in that position, and yeah, she's moving again.
Hippolytes comes on in the background. We'll stick with Lou here. up to third for her, 30, so near the high point. She's got to keep pressing on, though. 23 seconds on the clock here. She did manage to recover. She was looking in real trouble earlier on, but she's fine now. 13 seconds, though. Has to move, has to keep going. There's the top.
Looking in good shape, but not enough time.
I think, yeah, the time is against her here. 5 seconds. She's going to get timed out. Might fall before that, and she does. But good performance. That should be up to, well, 34 at the moment. We'll see if the plus is added. And it is added, so 34 plus means she's into the high point. Good performance. Hip lights underway for Team France. There he is. So you train in Germany, Faye, because that's obviously where you live.
Yeah.
There's some good gyms in Munich, aren't there?
Great gyms in Munich, yeah. It's really come along the past couple of years. I think some of the athletes mentioned to some of the DAFL, like the German Alpine Association, to some of those walls that they needed better training facilities. Mm-hmm. And so they got rid of the old commercial gym, built a new commercial gym, and then took the old space and turned it into like a sort of training centre, and they're getting some really good setters, and they have a really great spray wall.
That's cool. Yeah. I feel like, you know, with the American TC and places like that, it seems to be the future is to have these dedicated centres. There's one in Barcelona as well for the Spanish team, and yeah, that's good to hear. And you can use it, I presume, or they're not letting you in?
No, I'm allowed to use it, especially I'm on the Munich team,
okay.
So we're allowed in, and I think most national team athletes are welcome.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's very cool to hear. Hip light is into the pockets. We'll rest right now. And from Great Britain, Isabella Rinaldi comes on.
Yeah, Iggy won 2 UICs last year. She'll be open to do quite well.
So Iggy, not Isabel?
Iggy, that's what most
fine.
people call her.
That's
yeah,
fine.
Iggy.
I can do that. Iggy is there. I'm writing it down on my piece of paper. So Iggy will pull on in a sec. Hippolyte will try to... Ooh, little bit of a slip there as he came through to that right foot, but found the plant. It does slip. No. Yeah, you saw that coming. He had a slip before. I kind of think it was in his head, and that is, for the men's route, that's a low fall for him. We'll just stick with Iggy then. High hand, skipping the no friction part entirely. I think maybe the smart way to do that. All right, now we've seen a couple of near timeouts for the women's route, so time is a factor on this. You know, there's a balancing act, isn't it? Yes, you can rest your way through the bottom, but this route takes time. Iggy finds the left palm now. Doesn't like the right toe, now has to trust it. And finds the dish above her head here, that rope almost in the way, but she managed to work her feet through it. Yeah, it's a fascinating route, this women's. Just every climber is doing a little bit differently.
Yeah, and I think we've been able to tell the ones that have climbed most confidently have done the best. So I think confidence is a really big factor here. So you have to have your mental game switched on. Yeah,
I think so too. So trusting yourself through unfamiliar moves. There's so much no texture as well. And these ghost holds, although there is some friction on it, it's not lovely to stand on. Okay, for Team China, Jian Huang comes on. And Iggy needs to find some of that trust we were talking about here. This is better from her. She gets stemmed out on the right.
Interesting from her. I don't think we've seen this yet.
Not that knee, no. But why not? It works.
It works, yeah.
I'm all about a bit of a knee. Right, she can afford to rest here for a bit. She's got half her time left.
May not have been as confident as some others, but still fast enough.
Yeah, she made it work for herself. So strong for her. Hang underway on the left. And quickly through the opening moves. The first move is not that easy for the men. It's this really weird sort of squat position on bad feet. It's one of those, like, no one should fall off it, but you have to think about it. There's Jing Huang on the left with 5:30 on the clock. Iggy's got 2:44. So she'll want to move until this next rest, which is 4 moves or holds away. Don't worry, that camera isn't as close as it looks on screen. It's miles away from him. It's just the perspective of the shot. So, Iggy has this right throw to come. Looks for the heel, can't find it. Maybe in some trouble here. Power, she hasn't hit the jib, but now she does. Needed that adjustment. I think she's in a bit of trouble here.
All matches.
Yeah, and thank goodness, because she was about to fall there, but I think she saved it with that match. Now, can she find something restful here? We know there's a sort of a hip lock you can do on the left-hand side. We know if you can stand up where her right hand is, you can get a shake. But she's at the moment trapped between the two. And when it's a big open hand like that on a sloper, you know, no, it's not the best position. And she's got low feet.
Yeah, I don't know how great the recovery is, but she seems to be doing well enough.
Yep, that right foot slid though. She drops back down.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to like that way.
So Iggy needs to work something out here. I get the feeling she's recovering enough to move, but not to necessarily progress on this move.
Yeah.
You know? See if she's found something with this rest. She's taking her time here. Oh, this heel is very tenuous for her. No, she drops back down, and this is where time is important for her, because we're coming up to the minute mark on the right-hand side. Xian Huang, we haven't talked too much about him, but he's just getting on with it. Iggy with a huge cut loose. Can she save it? That will have cost her something. If she can bring the foot up, she'll get a shake. But 48 seconds means she cannot stay there very long.
Yeah, and she just moves on straight away.
Yeah, she has to. She's into provisional 4th. Will want as many points on the board as possible, though. Better from her. Zhen Hong as well, as he's got plenty of time left as he approaches the head wall. This is where Iggy has to turn on the fight mode. It's been a gutsy one from her all the way through here. This heel is awkward though. Toes pointed down to the ground. Crosses through with the left. Just about matches the jig. She's got 5 seconds left, but what a climb from Iggy. I think she would top this out if she had time. She has been timed out, misses the left.
Great fight though. Big thump again.
Yes. Wow, Iggy just showed some determination there. She's up to provisional 3rd as the plus is added. Surely she'll get a few more points than 32 plus as well. I think it might
You'd
be a
think
bit.
so. I don't think she was timed out that fast.
No, I think that was just an update, and yeah, we'll have to wait to see if there are appeals. We'll let you know. All right, so we stick with Jian Hung here.
Got through with the part where quite a few have fallen, so he seems to be in good shape.
Yeah, that's a good shot of the jib he's standing on. Right, bouldery time for him. He's up to 3rd. 43 plus is the high point.
2 bad holds here at the top.
Up he comes into the pinch. He loses the feet, was a bit spread out. He's annoyed with himself. But it's good. 42, and we'll wait for it to be updated. Okay, 2 to go, and then we'll have a little pause in proceedings. We'll chat to your coach, who's been waiting patiently here. And then we will get set for the second half of this competition. And the finals kick off at 7 p.m. tonight. So you get a bit of a break and go climbing if you're watching at home. And then join us for 2 finals, the under-17s and the under-19s. We just have a little bit of a reset here. Team Japan is filtering their way through forward as Yuri will be waiting somewhere backstage, and Adrian Kathan as well for Team Austria will come on for the men. So Faye, what's next for you? Have you got competitions upcoming or is it training time?
I'm doing the European Youth Champs in Zelina and Ems over the summer holidays. But yeah, I'm doing a week training in Innsbruck before Zelina with the team. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Never been to Zelina. I've heard good things about that wall.
Oh, I know it takes a long time with the train to get there, so.
Does it really? Yeah, because it's in a weird place in Austria, right? Oh, no, it's not Zelina. Where's Zelina? Germany?
Slovakia.
Slovakia? Oh, I have no idea about geography. Where's the... Really? I always thought in my head Zelina was in Austria. That's terrible.
No, because we already have Imst and Dornbirn and Graz for the Austrian USCs.
Oh, apologies, Zelina. I think it's because... What's the bouldering area in Austria?
Zillertal.
Zillertal. There we go. I think in my head they merged
Yeah.
into one location. I did do geography A level as well, but clearly this has not paid off for me. All right, Adrian comes on. Apologies to Austria. Yeah, Adrian is on, and then underway for the women. Yuri Horiuchi is on for Team Japan. Final two before the cleaning break here. There she is. I like the tape matching the chalk bag. This is good colour coordination. I'm a very unmatching person, so I'm always quite excited when you see a bit of that. She touches the ghost hold, doesn't like it, yeah. And a few have done that, because it looks like there's a lip up there, but it actually kind of, you want to find the palm first of all.
Yeah, she's one of the fastest to like get rid of that beta though and go straight to the other one. So
yeah, a quick touch and then nope.
Yeah.
Back down. I think you could do it. I think if you really committed to the pull, it would be all right, but it would burn so much energy doing that.
Yeah, Adran's quick through the first bit.
Yeah, he's looking good here. But we have had a couple of falls down low for the men, so I don't think it's all just easy to the head wall. This left hand especially has proved problematic for some. Yuri looking good though, on the right of your screen. The athletes separated. The steepest part of this wall is in the middle. The under-19s were climbing through that yesterday. I think it's the steepest angle in the lead walls, actually. I've no idea how steep it is. What would you say, 35? Don't know.
35 to 40?
Yeah, 35 to 40 through the middle. But yeah, these routes avoid it. The setter's having lots of angles to play with here.
Very quick climbing from Adran's, not taking too many rests either.
Yeah, he's looking good. Ooh, little finger catch there. Yeah, there's this nice sequence coming up for the feet here with the potential toe in underneath. It's quite a blind one, and the setters haven't ticked it, so it's where you think it would be.
Yeah, some have just resorted to using the volume though. I think Moreno did it.
He nailed it though. Look, hit that first time.
Yeah, he'll be looking forward to the top section. Very bouldering.
Yeah, he's very strong at the moment. He makes the clip and is looking in cruise control here. A little cut loose, but we know that's normal. Yuri, meanwhile, has just taken the pace off a little bit. She makes the clip, though. Less than 3 minutes for her. Adrian's climbed this at the speed of light. He's got more than half his time left. Yuri struggling with the cross through, gets it now. Adrian, good work for him, into the pocket. But you're very stretched out on the next sequence of moves, and we've seen lots of foot pops. Got to be focused through here.
Yeah, very fast, almost flustered, but making it work.
Yeah, he's on for the top here and cuts loose. Right, are we going to see our first top of the semi-finals then? Needs the match, just about gets it. Left hand is done as well.
Great performance as well.
I think he's in trouble though. One last jump, not quite. Oh, it's a pocket up there. Wow. Oh, what a mean hold at the very end.
Great showing though.
Yeah, that was. That will be a high point for him when it's updated, and it is updated there, so 46 plus for him. Right, last climber here, and then we'll have a breather. Yuri into the pinches, finds the heel, hits the sloper first time. Good lock-off power with the left hand to do that. All right, she's got that little hip press we've seen and now changes it to a heel. Team Japan is so good at doing that, you know, those high heels. Oh no, she slips as I was saying that. Well, a bit of a mistake there at the end. She's got her head in her hands. I think she had more to give.
Foot, though, so like that looked quite dangerous for a second.
Didn't I? I mean, it was totally unexpected for her. Okay, everyone, we're just going to take a little pause here just to have a breather, and then we will return for the second half of the competition. I will chat to Toby in a few minutes from Team Ireland. I want to find out all about the development of Team Ireland. The route setters coming on to brush the holds. That's not the updated leaderboard, but you'll see one in a second. Remember, top 8 will move forward, but half the field to come in this under-17s semi-final. We'll see you in a couple of moments. Well, if you are just joining us, we're on the cleaning break, a time where the route setters will just clean the holds, get it ready for the next set of athletes. Home to clean all the holds and make sure that they're ready for the next set of athletes. In a couple of minutes, we will be moving on to the second half of the competition. And then we will also be chatting to the head coach of Team Ireland. We'll just have a little moment here to catch our breath. If you're waiting at home, go get yourself a coffee. We'll return in a couple of minutes. Well, everyone, the first route has been cleaned for the men, so we're a couple of minutes away from seeing our first athlete of the second half. And I want to introduce Toby from Team Ireland. Toby, look, tell me a little bit about yourself, sir.
Hey, so I'm Toby. I'm from Germany. I am working as the head coach for the Irish national team for about 10 months now.
Okay.
I used to do a lot of coaching in Germany, around the Freiburg area. I've worked with a lot of the youth athletes there, so I'm used to developing youth athletes. And was working with Emil Zimmermann. He was for the German team and made this first World Cup this year. So it was really exciting to get the opportunity to join the Irish team.
Yeah, and you know, we've had Faye here all the way through this semi-final. You're her coach as well. So look, she's not here right now. You can big her up a little bit. Tell us a little bit about Faye and the rest of the team.
Faye's amazing. I think she's climbing for 3 to 4 years now. This is not a long time. Things happen really fast for her at the moment. Last year, she made her first final at the German Youth Climbing Series. She did really well there. This year, she came back and she constantly made finals. So I'm really excited where she's going. When you look at the season, she started off in Soar in the 50s. She climbed her way through. She was really disappointing. She went home. She made her homework. Like a lot of mental preparation, physical preparation. And at the last youth competition she was at, that was Sakuro, she made 14th.
Wow.
So just missing out of her first final in her first year. She's really eager to win. She's hungry. So I think we can expect a lot of her in the future.
Awesome to hear. Well, Hugo's just come on from Team Hong Kong China. He was very good in the Boulder the other day. And Team Ireland, will just while he climbs through the bottom half here, obviously in a development phase at the moment, but what's the hopes for the future of Team Ireland?
So Mountaineering Ireland has big goals. They brought me in. They asked, okay, we want to be a Olympic country. They saw in Paris we had rowing as a really good result, and they saw what it was going on in the country, which they was like, oh, we want to have more sports going into the Olympics. So we're just at that stage. We're thinking of maybe 32 going to Australia.
Fantastic. Well, fingers crossed for that. And I know how tricky that development process can be.
It is.
And, you know, who knows what will happen. But, yeah, massive fingers crossed for you guys. You can go and follow all of Team Ireland's federations through our Instagram on the IFSC, where we have that interview with Faye. All right, well, Hugo has found the left hand well, and this gentleman is a brilliant boulderer. He's quite short, and this is interesting because the setters obviously have all their measurements, but they had to adjust some of the boulders to make sure he could reach some of the holes.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
So we saw the adult stage that sometimes some athletes couldn't even
Not
reach.
true, Seb, not true. They have all the measurements. It's nothing to do with height.
And they tried, and I think it's lack of
There's
jumping ability
bit
sometimes.
of power sometimes
Yeah.
that's missing.
But it's great that route setters go in and look at the measurements and make sure in theory, it works out for all the athletes. So shout out to all the route setters. You're doing an amazing job.
I mean, obviously mistakes can happen, but they,
Of course.
we're thinking shot and a shot of feet here. That's cool. So we've got his feet on the left.
I think even
body on the right.
if you look at routes this event, they were all really on point.
Yeah,
Boulder lead. I'm really happy with their job. Shout out to you guys. Very well done.
Yeah, they've set some good routes for the youth. And the youth is hard. You've got 615 athletes registered. Some are World Cup finals level. Some have never appeared in a competition. You've got to make it kind of fair for everyone. It's
You do, yeah.
a nightmare. Well, Hugo is in cruise control right now as he gets the right foot. And then for the women, Su Ye comes on for Korea on the right. And Hugo coming down. So, Toby, what kind of advice, advice is a silly thing to say. How do you prepare athletes for this, for coming out in competitions? Kind of what are you working with them before they come onto the stage?
It's different. If we have an athlete targeting qualifiers, the routes are different. It's a different format. We have the flash format. So normally we see that the routes are a bit harder maybe on the physical aspect. So we're trying to prepare their abilities to have a plan ready, knowing what they need to do on the wall, and then just getting into that fight mode.
And do you have a chance, once they come back from observation, do you have an opportunity to talk to them about the route, or do you tend not to discuss that?
It depends on the athlete again.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them don't like that, some of them will. I normally do ask, what is the route like? Talk me through it. Where's the zoom aspect? So I always ask, where's your crux? Always a personal thing. So talking through them and letting me show the moves on the ground, hip movement, foot placement, twisting, knot, clipping position, breathing.
Okay, that's really interesting to hear. Well, Hugo is trying to do all of those things currently. Right foot buried in, finds the left. And this has been a supremely confident climb from Hugo here as he makes the final clip.
And you see really nice, his hip is really close to the wall. You want to keep your hips in, especially when you get tired. I call it pump brain. If you're like pumped and you're tired, you need to make sure you use your lower half.
Well, he's really having to fight now. Makes the cross through. Keep an eye on Su Li on the right as well. He cuts loose. And we know how accurate you've got to be on the last move. There's a pocket up there to be had. He's got a toe hook. I think he needs to find the jib if he can. Those elbows are as far back as you could possibly get. Good fight from here. I think that was pure pump brain at the end there. He was desperate.
He was really desperate, yes.
But he has moved up into 46 plus. Countback will put him in the #1 spot. Su Li then. Let's calm things down a bit. She's found bridging moves on the right. Good from her so far in this stemming position. But the problem is she's kind of stuck now, just a little bit.
Yeah, she's looking for his crew holds to just like bring her finger in to get something else out of that no-tex.
Yeah, because I mean now she's unlocked it, kind of side pulling with the left hand, which worked well. And then up to a right side pull as well. Okay, so that was good. She was a little stuck for a moment. She's figured it out.
Yeah, with those moves, when you're pressing, you always target different muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And our athlete, or the climbing athletes, mostly are good for a few moves of that, but if you bring in too many of them, they're tired out quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean, don't skip leg day is the takeaway I'm taking from this.
And your dips, bring in your dips.
The dips, I hate a dip. It's my least favourite thing in the world to do that.
Well, you know what you have to do then.
No. I find sweet denial is the best way to move forward. All right, she's moving left now.
She didn't take a massive break here as well.
No, she didn't. And that left arm is going up a little bit, but we know there's another opportunity to shake coming up. She won't know that, of course, but it's the joy of being a commentator. And that left ankle, and we're watching it here on the shot within a shot, it's very heavily strapped, and there's a lot of footwork required for this route, so I hope she's okay with that. You can see the blocker there, the red thing on the bolt hold. Stop the athletes getting their thumbs in there, because you are allowed to if it's not blocked.
And you see that further up, a lot of the athletes did use it just to pinch that hold, not only having it, the finger flexes in for the 4 fingers, but like even engaging the thumb.
Yeah. It does really help if you can find one. Christian Leitner is on from Austria. I probably mispronounced that, haven't I? You're German. Have I said that wrong? Christian Leitner?
Christian.
Christian. Oh, we lose Su Li. Plummets out of the shot there as I'm working out the pronunciation. So Christian is on for the men. Yeah, I had a brief word with the setter on the way through earlier on, and I think they were expecting a couple more lower falls, especially for the men's route here. They told me it was a resistance route, but I think they were expecting people to drop as they come onto the head wall.
You see with him, he starts off quite in a positive climbing style. He doesn't hesitate too much. He's trying to get into a flow in an uncomfortable route. And this is what will help him further on.
Look, I need help with this. Is it possible to force flow state, or is it something that just happens? Is there a magic trick that I can find?
Well, I think there are different opinions of it. There are a few coaches which really just work with flow state. We have one in Ireland. She's just really trying to develop herself in that area, so I'm really eager to work with her as well.
Yeah.
What the route setters try to do, they want to unsettle you at the start so you don't get in that flow, and flowing can mean I'm just like cruising, and I will do that in a 6A maybe. Faye will do that in an 8A maybe. Different strength. For example, I think Jakob said that earlier, when you climb And if you start chalking up after the first clip, that will stop your climbing low, so you're not getting constant movement in. And you saw here, he went up until the undercling and then chalked up for the first time. So he was trying, even if it's unsettling, to go through with a higher pace and then stop, breathe, settle into the route, get some nerves shaked out, chalk up, and then try to get through that crimpy sequence quite fast.
Interesting. I've never thought about that one. See, this is tips from coaches. That's why you need to listen to live streams, guys. Well, Christian is about to traverse towards the right where this hidden toe hook is. And then coming on for the women, we just saw her Marin Nakamura is underway as well on the women's route on the right. That's Christian's time. He's got 3:56 on the clock. There's blue crosses if you missed it earlier on. There's not a dyno there, but it is the last clipping point. You can't move past that without getting the clip in, otherwise they would thump into the wall. There is Marin. She was 7th in the Boulder competition for the under-17s earlier on in the week. She got a medal at the Youth Asian Champs in 2024, but hasn't really competed very much on an IFSC stage. Just 3 competitions under her belt.
And if you look at that, the quality of athletes they bring to the competitions.
I know.
They're all in the shape to make semifinals, mostly finals. That's incredible work done there.
Yeah, it is.
Cruising on into the head wall here.
Yeah, has a high right foot put in. Christian is into the head wall and is looking very chill at the moment on the left. Just solid climbing from him.
He looks really composed.
Ooh, there for the first time we saw some effort. And Marin with a big swing with that left foot. It was stretched out for her.
I imagine we're going to see a top here in a minute.
Could do. I mean, he's looking most confident on it, isn't it? Hugo was looking pumped out of his mind on this bit. Christian less so. Very good stuff from him.
Oh, no, he's struggling.
He is now, yeah, that left elbow suddenly coming up. Right, can you get the high right foot? It's there, he's looking at it, he has got it. That will help this move, and he is in. Can he make the clip, though? And he will. This will be our first top of
That's
the
what
morning.
I said earlier. He was changing between paces, and that was really nice to see. Pacing until the first break, and then trying to get quickly until the head wall, where he had a little bit of shakeout, and then trying to keep his hip in, and push through his feet.
Yeah. Absolutely, it was good performance from him. Our first athlete to top of the route, and I think we might see a few more tops coming through here. So countback will make a big difference, and we do see this in the senior side of things a lot. That qualification is important. Like every round matters when countback's a factor. This is Marin, who isn't looking the most comfortable, but she's worked out these sequences and she's into the bridging. Left foot on no texture though.
Nice mobility here, bringing up the high foot.
Yeah, it's awkward for the women this, and there is friction to be had, but I think height-wise she can't necessarily stand on it. So this is where height can be an advantage and a disadvantage on certain sections, and I think if she had a couple more inches, she'd be able to be on a better foothold.
But she looks comfortable in that frog position. Doesn't seem to bother her too much.
Yeah, she's committed to it. So, dropping in now with the right hand on the purple. She'll need to go high as well, the women in the head wall. This is the shot within the shot to show that left hand. Nice close-ups of the holds.
Really big pinch for her.
Yeah, and she's immediately into the jib as well. Accurate climbing as well. Okay, from Japan, Taiko Saki comes out. He has a look up at what's to come. Remember, the athletes did observe the route. That was quite a long time ago now as we come up to 12:30 here in Helsinki. That clock is ticking away for our Japanese athlete Marin, who is on the wall. There she is again.
I found a good rest position here.
Yeah, this is the rest to be had, isn't it?
If you look at the time, she's actually quicker than most of the others.
Yeah, some have had only a minute on the clock at this stage, so she's done well here. And I think the top will suit her bouldering skills. There is Taketo climbing on the left now. He's underway. Marin looking very confident and secure with her movements here. One last quick draw to go before it's just climbing.
You see left hand pinching in that hole, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah, it does make a big difference, doesn't it, that sometimes. Marin is climbing her way towards the top here. Just 3 holds to go. She gets the right hand.
Oh,
Now, for the first time, really, she can't get that right toe up. She wants a left on
wow.
it. That's interesting. Oh, it's worked for her, but she'll have to do another foot swap here. The left hand blows before she can.
So that's going to be an interesting one. You saw her having the hold, but did she do a movement on that hold?
Oh, I see. You're talking about the plus here. Yeah, that's one for the setters. At the moment, she just got the 35 on that score. I'll have to wait and see if that does get upgraded.
So if she re-grabbed the hold or like curled that in, that would be an establishment movement, and that would be the control of the hold. So that would be 35. And now she actually dropped down. So I guess we're going to see a appeal up here.
Might do, yes. We if something very important happens to appeal, I'm sure someone will let us know. But we will we'll definitely find out after the comp. And there is a free IFSC app you can find on the App Store, which keeps you updated with all the appeals and live information.
Yeah, it's going to show up in yellow when there's an appeal happening.
Yeah, exactly that. So we'll see. Okay, so he reaches up, looking chill at the moment. We know, just a case of not over-gricking for Taketo here. Don't want to overthink the middle half of this men's route. Just keep moving as much as possible. He doesn't. Oh, now he looks for the undershot here. A bit of a close-up on the left. Up into the pinches and adjustment with the feet, and he's looking very relaxed up there at the moment. Super calm as he finds the jibs. Yeah, we are watching the same athlete, by the way, on the left and right. And then for the women, a big reaction as Evelyn Orton comes on from Team USA. She's down at the bottom of the wall, but nearing the top of the wall is Taketo here. And there is Evelyn. Team USA encouraging, as always. You can hear them.
It's always a loud crowd, yeah.
Yeah. It's great. There's certain teams that are very vocal. Team Switzerland here, they are just so loud.
Perks of having a big team, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
And loud coaches.
Yeah, loud coaches helps.
But then there are some athletes which actually don't like it. Like some of them you cannot settle if you're too present as a coach.
I have a friend,
or a parent.
I have a friend who hates being encouraged.
Oh,
any
I'm
moment.
the same way.
He turns to me when I am encouraging and just goes, "I prefer silence."
Me too. Just go away. Just let me come.
I love a bit of shouting. I like to know someone's actually supporting me. Look at this, right at the top now. He matches, finds the left hand.
And he has a toe as well.
Oh, this is going to be a cruise control. Well, this is an interesting one for our setters, I tell you. They would have wanted perhaps a little more separation here, but fair play to Taketo, who gets a very in-control top there.
It looked really solid for him.
Yeah.
He was in control the full way.
He was barely breathing, was he?
Well, you don't need to if you're strong enough.
That's true. That's true. Something I don't bump into often, to be honest. All right, Evelyn has a high right foot, and she's in this awkward little position. We will be bringing Faye back in, by the way, in a couple of athletes' time, I think. Just giving her a bit of a breather here, because I'm sure she's tired. So long semi-final.
She's still smiling. She seems okay.
Just about. She's sitting next to us watching. Yeah, I'm joined by Toby, the head coach of Team Ireland. Head coach of Team Ireland. I like Evelyn's chalk bag as well. There's like a mountain design on that. That's cool. I think the youth have the best gear. Is that? I think that's Mount Fuji in Japan, isn't it?
It seems like it.
Yeah, that's wicked. I like that. There was one, I can't remember who it was, someone had POW written in like cartoon writing, and I want that. I can't remember, it was a Japanese athlete, I think. But I can't really remember. So I shot within the shot.
taking quite some time to find. And look here, she's trying to find that position again where she can drill her finger into that screw hole.
Yeah.
Nowadays, route setters anticipate that and just like close them up as well with something.
Yeah, exactly, where they can. I mean, time is a factor on these things. And the thing is, the athletes will use everything to their advantage.
They're so good in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a cat and mouse game. Right, Taesung Park comes on for Korea on the left-hand side route, the men's route.
It's really nice. He's coming out and he's not pulling on straight away.
Yeah.
He's taking a step back. He's using his 40 seconds. Athletes get 40 seconds to make themselves remember the route and then pulling onto the wall.
Yeah, and there's no rush. And 40 seconds can feel like a long time, I think. And often we see athletes not using that time.
Yeah, and you come out, you're nervous. You're eager to get on the route. Sometimes that's the first moment where you can actually settle, come out into that venue, settle down, and then start climbing.
Yeah, and sort of smell the atmosphere out there, settle into it. All right, Evelyn is nearing the first of what is becoming the sort of the real crux of this route. We did see some athletes earlier on, but now we are watching her on the right disappear. We keep an eye here on Taesung Park as he finds the no texture holds. Evelyn, a little bit squishy.
Evelyn is having a good pace at the moment.
Yeah, there's almost like a chimney section, this, isn't it? Like a sort of trad squeeze through this part.
The last couple of female athletes, they were all quite quick until in that section. So we still have to see 2 minutes on the clock here.
Yeah, she's got lots of time. It's more overhanging than it looks, the women's route. She's very stretched out here, but now brings the foot up, so she'll have an opportunity to shake out. Checks the clock. She has plenty of time, as you said. So Evelyn kicks the right foot over. Taesung Park is climbing slow and steady on the left. He doesn't need to rush. It's a different route from the women's that we have seen some close time outs on. No one finding the top of the women's route yet, but 2 men have got that.
Oh, that's a nice drop me here. She's really using her lower limbs. That will always help her when she's getting tired. You see she's fighting, but she's still...
Oh, she hasn't made that clip, though. So she just about might get it in from that position. Oh, no, she hasn't yet. It's not in.
Bubble.
She's going to fall here. Yeah, Evelyn, that clip cost her. I think she might have made a couple more moves if she hadn't burnt energy trying to get it in. So tricky for her. Evelyn is done, so we'll just stick with Taesung Park here. Hidden toe hook to come. Doesn't need it at the moment. Looking very calm at the moment. Now he looks underneath. I guess you can just about see maybe a line of blue when you're up there.
And then good athletes, they look for visual cues. So when you say, okay, I do have the pointy end of the volume, I see 2 screw holes, and below that should be the hold.
So there's that amount of detail, is there, with the route reading?
At the high level, you need to be at that detailed level, yes.
Oh, well, he's using really good footwork throughout his run. He might be another one who's going to get up towards the head wall here. Left heel in. Yeah, good progress from him. Head wall up above his head. Plenty of time on the clock.
Oh, he's chilling.
Yeah. I think perhaps this men's route is a little bit too easy, perhaps, for the athletes at the moment. Hard to get it right, of course.
Yeah, they're used to really hard routes where they're really uncomfortable positions. And I feel like this route here, it has positions which are not too uncomfortable, and they're really good being comfortable in uncomfortable positions.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it is allowing them a chance to fight, though, of course. So there's pros and cons to everything.
No, I love it. It's a good route. Maybe
but
hat could have been
bit easy, as I said. Yeah. So Swan comes on from Team France on the right. But look at this. He's a couple of moves away from another top. It'll be 2 in a row then, if he can get this. This is where the elbows tend to start to go up, though, as they should at the top of a route.
Oh, he's still looking in control.
Yeah, I think so too. Got to find the right foot with this in. He should be accurate. He is accurate, and that is going to be another top for Taesung Park. So lots of 3 in a row now. Sorry, 3 tops in total. Countback will make the positions for the men.
And a lot of really strong athletes still to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Might even not be enough to have a top on this route.
Might be, yeah. You might have to, yes, that would be not great if you topped out but didn't get through. But, you know, this is comps and it's another learning thing, and you have to be on it in every single round. Everyone is so close together in terms of talent and climbing ability here.
The margins are so small, yes.
Yeah.
And every year they're getting smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the speed competition tomorrow, and we'll see that there. I mean, the margins for speed at the moment is crazy. I love the speed comps. It's a lot of fun, those. And I've talked to quite a few junior athletes who don't know if they're going to do speed or lead or boulder. You know, there's some who do everything at the moment.
Yeah, especially now where we have 3 medals. We always have to make sure or consider different aspects of it.
Yeah.
Like some strive from doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Some strive from doing only one.
Yeah.
So I think we will see some changes there.
Yeah, I think so too. And a lot of athletes at the beginning of the season were talking about doing the double in LA, and I think the attitude's changed just a little bit. As you know, I think it's going to be very difficult for someone to be as good at boulder and lead.
And a few of the pure boulder athletes, I would call them, just switch to lead, which is interesting to see, because they say boulder is the margins are so small in the top field to make it, and they see a bit more consistency in their performance in the lead.
And someone like Yannick Floe is one of those athletes. You know, he's talked to me about just being frustrated with the style of modern bouldering and wants to go down the lead route.
Yeah, which is interesting because he always said, well, I have 2 minutes on the lead wall because then I power out. But when we look to Innsbruck, I think his final route climbing, the way he climbed, such a powerful, positive climbing style. I think he made that look so good.
Yeah, I'd agree. Okay, another good boulderer here, Ziran Mu, who did very well in Boulder. He's wearing giant Crocs as he walks through.
Make sure you keep your feet clean.
He's quite a small athlete, so those Crocs look massive on his feet. It's great. But he will take them off, don't worry. And look at this from Swan as well. She did incredibly well climbing through into this rest, and I think is milking this rest the best of all the athletes.
And still 3.5 minutes to go for her.
Yeah. Look how relaxed she is in that position, standing on his feet. I reckon she could probably take hands off if she wanted to here. Most confident I've seen on her feet in this position. So Mu will pull on. This is his first tricky move. We watched only one person jump straight to the pink jug. I think I would have jumped to that jug. And this is what she's standing on. So right foot to smear, left foot is very good, and she's trusted it well. So Mu finds the right hand and the left. Clocks are on. So Svan has 2 minutes 49 on the clock.
Treading her foot in here, really nice to make sure that small foot gives her the best ability she can get.
Ziran Mu puts the heel in. He's a good boulderer. He has that power to pull on. So those are the position of the 2 athletes. Svan is nearing the crux. She's having to fight hard here. Left hand, right hand on the pinch. Bit of an adjustment needed, but now she's found the rest that will allow her, if she does it correctly, to find something for the top, and lots of time as well. Wow.
And look at that position. What she's able to do, bring a lot of weight onto her foot, relaxing the upper body as good as she can, and finding good breathing rhythm to make sure she gets recovered on the wall.
A good performance from her. She leans back, shakes out. Svan looking very good here.
Oh, that drop knee.
From Mu, yeah, right foot press. Sorry, yeah, right foot. Right deep in the pocket, knee pressing against the wall almost. And he's got 4 minutes on the clock as well. So he's only used 2 minutes of his time. So what can Svan do? She approaches the final quick draw, steps the feet through, nice and accurate on the jibs.
She's moving so confident.
Yeah, and moving up the order board as well. Leaderboard, she's in 6th right now.
Made the clip.
Moose suddenly looks a bit shaky. He's still on, but there was a couple of foot sequences that were hard. Svan is getting huge encouragement. She finds the left, right in. So final move for Svan. Not quite, just touching the hold.
So close.
Yeah, very, very close for her. And with that, though, with 35, she'll move into the lead. Moo has a look at the clock. He's got plenty of time left. 3 minutes 13 on the clock for him. And here we go for the final Boulder move. Are we going to see another top? This would be 3 in a row if he gets this. Into the pocket, skips the feet right. He's looking good at the moment. He'll want to climb quickly, though. Cannot climb a route this hard without being pumped, so he'll certainly be feeling it right now as he finds the left. Now, if he can bring the right foot up, he's done. And a heel, now that's risky. Yeah, toe is better. No, wow, okay. Well, why not?
Using his height, like he's smaller, and now he had to find a different solution to that move. Very well done.
Yeah, he checks the clock. He's still got energy to hang off at the top, and it's top number 3. So, yes, I think we can safely say here that perhaps a bit easy for our top climbers, but it is what it is. And we'll have to wait and see. It's just always hard for an athlete when if you top the route, you feel like you should get into the next round. So obviously it's not ideal separation for us here, but the women's route has achieved more of that. Right, a star is coming on, a future star. Maini comes on the right-hand side. She won Boulder Gold the other day. She's just 15.
And smiling before she pulls on the wall.
Yeah,
I love it.
She's got quite a personality as this one. She's talked to me in an interview saying how she won gold the year before as well, but messed up lead. So lead is really where she wants a bit of revenge here.
Let's see what she can do.
Mini Lee then underway. Mini Lee, sorry, I should be saying. But yeah, very interesting climber here. Did well in qualies. She's still got to keep it together through here, and this is where, as we've seen, when you're not used to the style, it can be unsettling. Right heel in, and that is a risky way to do it. She rocks up on the heel.
She made it work.
Yeah, she's all good. But yeah, not the most comfortable yet. I think the top part of the wall is where she will start to excel, so she just needs to get through it, I think, here. Seungbin Choi up on the left for the men. Mani Lee gets that draw. She's looking better now. Bridging out. Very good flexibility here. Yeah, she's bridging nicely onto those ghost holds up to the next 360. But we'll drop back down to rethink here. So she's not 100% comfortable. You can just see in the movements. First one for a while to get a bit confused by this. And that left foot out on the sloper as well.
It's interesting that she's choosing to press on the no-tex rather than pulling up.
Yeah, she doesn't like the look of it. So we'll just go back to Seungbin Choi here. What can Mani Lee do here? She's worked out the left foot. And then she presses up. Yeah, just shaky, but it's pretty good. The fact she's worked her way through that.
And that's what the route setters wanted. They wanted to make them struggle so they get more tired towards the top.
Yeah. Yeah, and now she'll bump the left foot up. Right, okay, that's the tricky climbing
bar
done.
again.
Oh, yes,
Nice
there it
little
is.
rest. We saw a few knee bars in the qualifiers of the under-19s male.
Okay. Yeah, only 2 have done this knee bar, but it looks pretty good, actually. He did knee bar his own hand briefly, but he has dropped that down now.
Even if it helps you to shake out just a little bit.
Yeah, every little bit you can save is helpful, isn't it? Miney Lee then drops down into the purple cross through. She'll be more at home in this section.
She looks more comfortable already.
And we will expect Jungbin Choi to get pretty high on this route. Everyone else has, not for a long time, we've seen an early slip for the men's. Miney Lee, though, is in what is the sort of midway crux of this route. Find the right hand very well, though.
Still found some time to chalk up.
Yeah, she's fine at the moment. She can just bump these hands up. She goes for the drop knee instead. It's like a different climber, isn't it, suddenly? Brings the left hand up, wraps it around into a guppy. And if she can stand up, she'll get another chance check. I like how she's pressing both heels in underneath her.
If you have a sloper like that and you're straight under it and you drop your hip way down, they'll become better. So it's easier to rest. And the way how she wrapped her hand around it made it a good position to rest, you think?
Yeah, I think so. It was smart climbing from her. She'll get another shake out here and plenty of time for Miney here. 1:35 on the clock. Jungbin Choi has a high toe. She's getting a lot of support here and looking in control on the right-hand side. A quick draw to come, and then the final couple of bouldery moves on that women's route as there's another angle change up there. Big left drop knee here. She just moves the right into another heel. She's so good with her heels. Jungbin Choi is looking good. He's rested. Boulder section to come for him as well. So both athletes on the bouldery part. Minnie into position. Has a heel, that's interesting too, sitting on that, just squeezing with those heels.
And again, she's bringing so much weight onto her feet, allowing her to rest up on those really bad holds.
Are we going to see a top then for the women? She doesn't like that look of that purple hold though, so can she recover something here? What has she got left to give? She looks relaxed, just the arms.
Running low on time here.
Oh yeah, 14 seconds, good spot. Well, whatever, she's got to commit to this. Throw with the right hand. No, she went with the left and she drops down. But that will be up there in terms of the scores for her.
Just puts her in first place for now.
Yeah, count back 35 plus as well. Remember, we'll let you know if I hear information about appeals. Okay, so Jungbin Choi has the crimps, comes into a very controlled pinch with the left hand. Doesn't even need the right foot there. Look, he's floating above it. Now he'll put some weight on it. So he's nearing the business end. 4 tops we have so far. Will this be top number 5? Comes in with the left. And he looks good to do that at the moment, doesn't he? Okay, so right hand in the pocket is going to be top number 5. So job done. Countback will play its part, and he will jump up to the top of the leaderboard. Right, we'll do one more with you, if that's okay, and then we'll bring Faye back in, who I think has recovered. Yes, yes, she's recovered. So, the story of the round is that the men's is highly toppable. 5 now have got that, and 4 in a row on that route. So if you want to get into the finals, it's likely you're going to have to top the route. And the women's as well, you need to get high into the head wall, but no one has topped that. We've had a couple tickling the final hold, but no one latching it and making the last clip. And remember, it's different from Boulder, where you have to match the final hold. In Lead, you just have to clip the quick draw. You don't actually need to even get to the top. Okay, so for the women, Rafi Kazbekova, who is the sister of Jenya Kazbekova. And their dad is one of the coaches, so it's a climbing dynasty.
Strong family.
Yeah, very strong family. Can you imagine not climbing in that family? Just like, I'm not into it. Christmas dinners would be tricky, wouldn't it?
I bet. Half of the family in the climbing gym.
Yeah, exactly. She's looking pretty confident here, climbing through the bottom of the route. Yannick Chassin comes in. He's going to need a top here, I think, if he wants a finals place. Oh, he's Swiss, isn't he? Oh, my goodness, here we go. The noise will creep up a level. But the Swiss team is not near the commentary box. They were right next to us before. They're over the other side of the
We'll hear them anyways.
We will hear them, just hopefully not quite as deafening as it was before.
See if you can find out who's the one shouting the loudest.
I don't know his name, but the gentleman over there with the curly hair is the one who was screaming before. So get ready, sir. Here we go. Yep, he started already. Which is fine. We like a bit of encouragement. So Rafi up, and she's looking confident with these maneuvers, with these bridging sections. And the encouragement starts for Yannick, who has a long way to go, though, if he wants to secure that finals place. Rafi.
She looks good.
Yeah, she does look good.
Really comfortable.
Yeah.
A word if you're not in.
Oh, I know, it's hard, isn't it? Words escape you in this position, I tell you. You drift out of your mind. Good stretch up with the right hand for her, though, as she comes into the undercling section.
And you saw her needing to make a readjustment of her plan. So quick, decisive action on the wall for her. Well done.
Yeah, looking good. Yannick is through the first slightly scary section onto the second half of the wall. We'd expect from here he'd get pretty high. Rafi as well is into the slopers.
She's not resting too long. She did rest in the corner.
Yeah, and is doing well at the moment here.
So what I want to see from an athlete here is that she's picking up the pace. She's coming into the first crux of that route after that unsettling balancy area. And now I would like to see her picking up the pace a bit more to make the best use of her energy.
So she's got to recognize the change in styles and act according to it, yeah.
And that's what's the hard thing about the route reading. You need to identify the area which you will struggle the most, and then make sure when you're resting, you're rethinking, that is my plan. And once you get out of that resting position, flip the switch and push out of it.
And go, yeah. It's so interesting to hear that. I love having coaches in here. Big knee for Rafi in the corner. That was good. And now she hangs down, checks the clock as she does that. With that heel in, she's looking pretty good. Yannick about to approach the hidden toe section of this route. He doesn't even need the toe. So change of styles from him.
Nice footwork here.
Yeah, it's good. Confident stuff as he moves back and forth between these jibs. And Rafi is taking her time. She's got plenty of it as well. 2 minutes on the clock. I remember we've had athletes get a minute on the clock here. It's still almost topped the thing out. So she can take her time through here.
Still, there's something of as resting too much on a position. So you need to learn that balance between I'm resting and I wait and I find that point where I have to go. If you stick too long, you will lose more energy than you gain.
Yeah. So Rafi stretches up with the right hand. Yannick, oh, the lights haven't gone out. I think our camera just changed the aperture then. So don't worry, they can still see. Right, Rafi into the undercling, brings the right foot up, wraps the hand in underneath, and then she's looking really good. And this is the change in pace, isn't it? She's picked it up there. On the left, Yannick has hit the crux for the men. Has he got the endurance on this one? Rafi brings the left foot up, hits the right hand. This is good.
She's looking good.
She hasn't stopped at all, has she? Is she about to top this route? Gets herself set. The right foot pings for a sec. Throws with the left. Got to make the quick draw then. She'll clip it low, and that is our first top for the women. Good
She's
work.
really happy.
Yeah, she should be. So
Such a good climbing
we will see her in finals. It's guaranteed, but Yannick isn't guaranteed yet. Now he might be as he hits the pocket, and it's going to be another top for the men. And he
really
celebrates as well. I mean, the pressure will really start to build on the guys because they'll have an under. I mean, look, they're upstairs here, so the isolation, you can hear the audience, and they'll know lots of tops are coming through for the men.
But by the time when you get out, you see where they went.
Yeah.
When they still pull down
With
the
the swinging
rope.
quick draws and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or just by the time they need to climb the route, you know there's going to be high up, and by the direction of the crowd, they will know.
Yeah,
there
so
were
the pressure on that
already.
one, because you're like, oh my goodness, I have to top this route now. And I think it's looking like that.
That's coming back to the margins that they're really small. The really, really strong youth athletes now.
Yeah, no, exactly. All right, well, let's bring you out, Toby, and bring in Faye, who's commentated the first half of this, and I think we'll bring her in for the second half if she's got the energy for it. Yeah, okay, let's
she's
bring.
smiling.
Well, we'll have a little breather here and be back in a couple of seconds. Well, we just had a look at the leaderboard, and we're starting to work out where our finalists will be as we approach the last couple. So the top two are guaranteed, but lots of tops coming through. And for the women as well, we're starting to work it out as we come to our final. Rafi definitely in after that performance. So Faye, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Thanks for the break.
Of course, no problem at all. You had a breather. We had your coach in here, and it's fascinating to hear our coaching tips as well. Right, Kazuki Nakata comes on for Team Japan. And she takes a moment to remind herself of the route ahead. Shiori Mugasugi will come out next for Japan. Oh, sorry, we're seeing that. What am I talking about? Yeah. So there she is. She bows. And is underway there. So the men's, if you are just joining us, is toppable. You need a top at the moment to get through into the finals. So I think that's pretty important. But for the women, we've only had one top so far. So Shiori here doesn't need to top the thing out, but she will need to get high into the head wall if she wants a chance. And there, Kazuki is coming in the background for the men as he crosses the arch. And a reminder, if you want to follow along on the action, my colleague Richard has been taking all the photos, and you can find his work on the IFSC's Instagram. Go and give him a follow as well while you're about it. And my videos that I've been creating for this event, there's lots of action going on behind the scenes. We have our speed quick draw competition, as I teased earlier on. That will be up on the Instagram later, so you can really check out everything that's been going on. Faye, you might have to give speed quick draw clipping a go. It's becoming the next Olympic sport.
Ooh,
frankly.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll be that good at it.
No, but not with that attitude. We need a positive, positive mindset here. All right, so she's into the dishes nicely. No tricks from her so far. We can see on the left-hand side the leaderboard, the top three at the top or near to on the final move. Rafi, the only one to top that out so far. Great performance from her, and you can see how happy she was with that performance. So Shiori matches with the feet. It's fast from her. Really positive stuff down low.
Yeah, you can tell as we're getting further into it, they're more confident, faster through the beginning section.
Yeah, generally we do see a bit of a shift in terms of standards by the end of a semi-finals. It's less obvious in senior comps, where often we get athletes coming out first or second who will get into a finals. But at this stage, there is a bit of a difference between the bottom qualifiers and the top qualifiers. And we saw that last night as well in the under-19s category. And we can see the two clocks, bottom right and bottom left. That's the time limit for the athletes. They're both within time as well. We're starting to learn here in the commentary box kind of where you need to be in terms of time on the route to not stress yourselves out. And I think about 2 minutes on the second crux for the women is important. So, Kazi looks up. He's just 14 years old, by the way, on the left-hand side.
I'm moving very quickly.
He's looking good, isn't he? Got high toe hook in. Hasn't competed in 2025 in the IFSC circuit, so one of those kind of coming into the Japanese squad from 24. Shiori has got through the cross-through traverse section. And this is the second crux where she needs about 2 minutes on the clock when she gets to the end of it. So she is on track for that at the moment. 2 minutes 38 on the clock. But she does need to get a bit of a jog on through here. Bit of a launch move out left. And there's the heel in. Kazuki is looking good here. I mean, what Boulder Crux? It's simple moves for him as he works his way through. I would put some money on another top here, to be honest, Faye.
I think I'd put some money on a couple more tops at this point.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, now, as we say that, though, suddenly he's starting to have a bit more snap to the movements.
Yeah, struggling.
Yeah, if he can bring the right foot up, though. Oh, no, that heel is... Oh, forget risky. He's in. Another top for the men. It's a top fest here. So quick work from him. Men actually climbing quicker than the women as men pick up the pace. Usually when there's lots of tops, they take longer to climb it, but they're climbing it so quickly. Half the time.
2 minutes, so...
Yeah. And look at this full hip wodge in the side there.
Not taking a long break there, going straight up.
Yeah, she's quickly through, isn't she?
Yeah, bit of an awkward clip there, though.
Yeah, she sits on that right foot and heel. And she's within... Oh, no, she's not. So she has left herself not as much time. A minute on the clock here. All right, she's nearing the top. So last quick draw in. We know it is doable. Rafi just showed us. Can she figure out these sequences? I think just being really smooth through this top part allows you the energy for that last big throw. And it seems like the left or right would work, but the right is more of a sort of a big barn door movement to catch at the top. So maybe it is a left bump.
Yeah, the left bump is what worked for Rafi, so
yeah.
who knows?
Isaac Sutton comes on from Team GB. All he needs to do is top the route. Simple. Oh, she drops off before she can make any bump. So Shuri, I'm not sure. We'll have to see if that leaves her in a good position. She's currently up into fourth, so yeah, no, guaranteed for her as well. So we'll see her in the finals. So the pressure really is racking up for the men, for Isaac here. As we discussed with Toby earlier on, he'll hear the crowd's reaction. He'll know that the tops are likely. He'll see a swinging quick draw perhaps as well. I'm looking up. They are just moving at the top. It's funny, do you look for swinging quick draws, Faye, when you go out? Because some athletes don't. They don't like to see it.
I actually do. Normally I'd say it brings a bit of pressure of it, but I like to know where they got to But then if I can't tell where they got to, it kind of frustrates me because like, oh geez, is that the wind or what is it?
Yeah, that's a good point. Sort of seeing things, don't you?
Yeah, when it's outside, it's always a bit more of a gamble. You can't be sure if that's actually where they got to.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, trying to go for the heel.
Yeah, he changed his mind. He hasn't quite settled into this yet.
Yeah, no, he seems to really be pulling quite a bit.
Yeah, and lots of little micro adjustments between holds. But time to settle in. Tries to bring the right hand up, hits the left. You can just feel a bit of nerves from him at the moment. But with this next section, you know, the fact that the difficulty comes down a level, he might be able to reset himself. Team GB, by the way, are watching intently on the right-hand side of our commentary box, eyes fixed upwards. And he is taking a moment to shake out here.
Come on, Isaac.
Tia Brnut Marka is on for Slovenia. Marak, sorry, is on for Slovenia.
Also taking time to look at the route before she actually gets on it. Always a good decision.
Yeah, she's just reminding herself there. Okay, so has Isaac settled himself in yet? We'll find out in a couple of minutes on this next part where things do get more technical. At the moment, he's just taking his time.
Come on, mate.
You can hear the come on mates from Team GB who are cheering him on. It's kind of tense here. Everyone knows that really you need to get to the top, and he is the first one in a long time to look like he's having a bit of an issue down here.
Yeah, climbing a lot slower than most of the athletes we've seen who've topped.
But that might be sensible, you know. There's no need to rush on this route. It's just, yeah, the confidence thing.
What happened to really tug at the rope, though?
Yeah. Yeah, he finds it now.
Come
Up
on,
with the
Adam.
right hand. Come on, Adam, you can hear. Tia finds the press. Good work. Palm in now. She'll get a bit more friction off that move. Into the dish for Tia.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with Isaac. I don't know if he's feeling uncomfortable, if he's worked it out. It's like that looking chill here.
Well, that's just some people's style, isn't it?
Yeah,
they always
exactly.
look like they're about to come off, but then...
Yeah. Paul Jemf, Taiso Homer, two of those people. Alexandra Totkova as well. She causes me some nightmares. I have no idea what's about to happen with her. But you get people like Sarato and Raku, who tends to fall off when you're least expecting it. Like, he looks absolutely chill, and then he'll plummet suddenly. You're like, what happened? I want like a, you know, in a fighting game on a PlayStation, when you get like a bar that goes up, I want a pump meter.
Come on, mate.
Isaac is in the business end now. This is where he has to execute. Has he recovered enough from that shaky start? Comes up with the left hand, pocket up with the right. He's stretched out at the moment. And Tia is looking a little cautious as well on the right.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, still looking quite calm though, Isaac.
Yeah, if he can get a top, he'll be through with the number of athletes to go. Just 3 to go for the men.
Oh, but he's really pinching that one.
He is, isn't he?
Really crimping.
Bit of a throw,
Come on,
right?
mate.
Into the dishes now. If, as we know, if he can get that foot up, he's got a chance to hit the blind pocket.
Come on, mate. Come
Oh,
on.
no, he nearly dropped it, though. And he hasn't got the right foot, and he does miss the pocket. That foot is so important at the top of that wall. So it'll leave him in a good position, but not guaranteed at all. So back to Tia then. Yeah, we'll check the scores. Faye's got the app open for us. Well, there are the scores. So that's left him, oh, yeah, in 8th. Look at that, tops all the way to 7th. So with a 46 plus, which is just one move away from the top, he is in no way safe. So nervous time for him. And he's got a very good competitor up next. And we're watching Tia's feet here in our shot in the shot as she stands on what is a pretty slippery hole for that right foot. Left foot's on a good hold, though. little flick with the hands as she moves up. All right, part 1 is being left in the past tip.
Another interesting chalk bag as well.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Is that an owl? I think it's
Yeah.
an owl. Big drop knee for her. She'll get the clip in. Rope is being pulled for Rusi, who coming. Hamada, who won gold the other day in Boulder. Hip check as well in there. Oh, look, it's almost a no hands rest. She's really pressing that hip in. I wonder if you could have a no hands rest there. Love to see it.
Don't think any of them will chance it.
No, but it's certainly good enough to be able to shake. Rusi comes on, announced by the crowd. He's one to watch for the future, is this man here. No doubt we will be seeing him on the World Cup stage at some point. Had a brilliant Boulder round for that gold medal the other day. Tia up high on the route, business end for her as well. Brings the left foot in, right hand on the undercling. Into 11th at the moment, shows you how tight things are for this comp. Drop knee.
Really fighting? Don't know if she got that clip yet. There we go.
Nah. Yeah, it's kind of blocked from our shot. Drop knee. Well, she's setting herself up for this. She moves into provisional 8th. Now looks to be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, so 8th will be risky for her there. For Tia. I'll wait and see. Rusi. Sorry, I keep saying his name wrong. Rusi into position, hits that left. Long stretch up to make that clip. I'm expecting him to get pretty far here, to be honest. He's one who should really be fighting for a podium position. But of course, with great success comes great pressure. So we'll see. Good at the moment with the feet, moving through quickly into the jibs. Slopers to come. Up next for the women will be Ina Bilacantero from Spain.
Yeah, well, he podiumed last year and won 2 years ago, it seems. So really should be in contention.
It is really one to watch, you know. There's been lots of good Japanese athletes here at this competition, but I think he's above the rest at the moment. Certainly standing out.
Seems the past 2 years he's been 1 and 2, so he's probably wanting the double this year.
Yeah, good point, Faye. And he's still only in the under-17 category, which is terrifying for everyone. Although we're starting to see more and more athletes that once they've committed to the senior side of things, not coming back down to the juniors. So who knows what his future will be. And he's also got to break into the Japanese squad, which is easier said than done. Some quite good people in that currently. Well, there is Ina. Sorry, Inna, I should be saying. Who has a big task ahead of her for Team Spain. Her teammate, Jayla, climbing her way into the finals later on this evening. Remember, 7 o'clock tonight, that kicks off. There's 2 finals here this evening. Busy day of comp climbing for everyone here. Coming up to 1:20 in the afternoon. So it's likely to go a little further than its scheduled time. Well, it has already gone past the 1:15 suggested time here. So into the first of the big underclings on the 360 holds here. Wraps the hands in underneath. Looking good at the moment from her. 5:22 on the clock. Rusi has 2:33 on the clock and really just it doesn't look like he's particularly been tested yet on this.
No, seems very calm. More like a warm-up route at this point for him.
Yeah, we talked about flow state. He's really in it, isn't he? Like every move, he increases the pace when he needs to, but there's no drama with each sequence. And if he does top, he will get through. If he doesn't top, he probably won't. But if he does top, he's going to push out Isaac from 8th position. He's campusing through. Goodness me. Full power.
Also just squeezing on that bottom hold.
Yeah, he's in here, isn't he? Oh, but he hasn't got the foot. And he wraps, so no pocket for him. That's interesting. And he adjusts into the pocket. Ridiculous. He's very, very strong. Well, he will be in the finals later on. Easy work for him. Yeah, that was amazing. He got the foot different. He didn't do the pocket. He still did the move. 2 to go for the men, 4 for the women here. After this lady. Yeah, it's always in 2 ways, the women. It's either absolute cruise control or a bit more like this, where they have to think about the positions. Occasionally they get themselves in an awkward position. And see how stretched out the feet are here.
Also getting that high foot. And straight to the bottom one.
Yeah, a little bit of a shake. She'll get through this, but it's just...
How much energy you want to spend
yeah,
at the bottom.
And no one's really sort of fully recovered in the bridge. We saw, I can't remember who it was, we saw someone really standing across in that position, but there's only been one so far. I think if you struggle to do these moves, you're going to struggle to rest in these moves as well. It's generally the pattern we're seeing in it.
Yeah, I think a lot of trust goes into it as well.
Yeah, good point, Faye. So Ludovico Andrea is announced. He comes on. Penultimate athlete out for the men, and he just has to top. Very simple stuff. At the moment, no maths required, which is a change, and maths is something I struggle with, so I'm okay with this. But Inna has just not looked settled yet with these moves. Now perhaps she'll be able to unleash a bit more power on this, but you can see touching, not quite sure. Good adjustment here. So she might pick up the pace a little bit. Toby talked about it a lot, and she's going to have to, because 2 minutes on the clock. She's coming up to the point where she'll struggle for time on the final sequences here. So she will need to go a little quicker in a minute.
Yeah, so we've seen people struggling for time, like 2 quick draws above her with the same amount of time. So
yeah, exactly.
not much time to rest, at least.
No, hardly any. She won't know any of this, by the way. Remember, to everyone at home, the athletes do not watch the rounds like they do in qualification. So we know that she's running out of time, but she won't. So Andrea is climbing slow and steady on the left-hand side. We'll stick in on the right. That's who's about to get a shake out if she can do this next move, but she can, so this will be that shaking opportunity. She'll get that clip in first, get that out the way, and then focus on resting those arms a little bit. That left arm is shaked. Andrea is into the double pockets on the midway point. Super accurate that heel as well. Immediately found the biting point on the volume with it. Okay, she hasn't rested her that long, and she can't because she's only got 40 seconds and a way to go here on this route. Last quick draw will be done from this position. Heel in underneath. So here we go. She finds the jib. Got to be quick, but doesn't want to rush it.
quite confident for the amount of time she spent down low.
Yeah, 14 seconds now.
Looking good.
She's low though, needs to find the jib, which is kind of blind, and it does slip as she makes that move. It's just so awkward when you're pumped in that position to find and be accurate on that jib. So she is done. 3 to go for the women. Let's turn our full attention to Ludovico, who starts the moves over to the left before he'll do the final head wall and small crimpy holds to come.
Is that a knee bar he has in there?
Yes, it is, isn't it? Wow. First one I've seen of that one. Yeah, so another chance to take some weight off those arms, and this is looking good for him at the moment. Chalk drifts past his feet. And he's got tape on the foot. I would just be likely just to squeeze it in a bit tighter. You have slightly different size feet, then often there could be little sort of baggy patches in your shoes you want to eliminate, so the athletes will sometimes wrap like that. Some good feet through here, you know. I think this is what's causing the problems with this route, is it's just not very insecure. You know, we need it to perhaps be a bit more insecure. All right, well, he's got to top, and he's given himself a good chance here. Plenty of time and looking fresh at the moment. Easy swing across. But if he makes any mistake up here, it's done in terms of a finals place. So last couple of moves for him. Into the cross, finds the left hand. He's going to go for the heel. No problems, should be a top. So that leaves him in a final place, I guess. All tops. And that does mean, unfortunately, that it means athletes will get pushed out who have topped the route. So not an ideal situation. Countback really playing its part.
I think Christian Lead now, who topped the route.
Yeah, so that's tricky.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. Shows how important qualifications is.
Yeah, and I don't think there are any draws in quali, so it doesn't mean that we'll bring more than 8 athletes in. I might be wrong about that, I will be honest. Don't worry, we'll find out after the broadcast. And you can check the IFSC app for all of the updates on that one. No, we don't think there are, eh? Okay, so Kieran Kim, again another strong boulderer. I think that right angle to everyone's got so much tape on in this competition. Yeah, the athletes having to do a lot of work for Boulder and Lead if they were competing in both. And the schedule pretty tight, so there wasn't much of a chance to recover between rounds as well.
I think under 19 have been all 6 days thus far.
Oh my goodness, really?
Technically, if one of them made all finals and was competing on speed, they'd have the whole week.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know if that is the case. Don't think so.
How have they got any skin left? Crazy. I guess good training. All right, Hail Lee comes on. And again, it's simple, remember, he just needs to top this thing to get in. Kim is dropping down at the moment, but she's looked good at the moment. Looked good so far. Yeah, Lee did compete in the Boulder round, the athlete who's about to come on for the men, but he was 21st in that, so made semis, but no further. And again, he's another athlete just competing in the youth side of things, and at 15, that's fair enough. I forget with under 17s you get 14-year-olds. It's like, well, you're, how old are you, Faye?
I'm 15.
15, okay. Yeah.
I love a knee bar for the men. Lots of knee bars in that route.
Oh, yeah. He had one early on then. I think he very quickly moved past it because you're on a slippery surface. It's a risky knee bar, that. So he changed his mind quick. The 2 teammates climbing together right now. Kim has been fairly slow so far. We'll need to pick up a bit of pace in a minute. Hale with a deep right heel hook. And then comes into jibs here. Kim crosses through into the purple hold, and then this sort of chimney squeeze section on an overhanging surface. It's more overhanging than it looks on camera. Look at the quick draw angle. That will tell you all you need to know. It's pretty steep.
Got a good heel and quite a few heels being used. So knee bars for the men, heels for the women.
So true, Faye, yeah. Right, she hits the jib. Right leg up into the pinches. So turning up the pace a little bit here. She'll want to get through this section. It's steep, and actually the elbows are coming up for her. She's got a hip in, but that won't allow her to move up. So I think she needs to drop down to shake, or is she just going to go for it? She's just going to go for it, so gets the right hand. Yeah, that was the only real moment for her there, and she's found a bit of time as well. Rusi is coming into the audience, by the way, the Japanese athlete we were talking about a lot. He looks very relaxed as he comes and sits down next to his colleagues in front of our commentary box. Kim has a moment to shake before committing to the last sequence.
Happened to maneuver her way around the rope a little bit.
Yeah, well worked from her. Nice and accurate with the feet. There's a big drop knee in as well. Okay, so business time for her on the right. Lee is just doing what he needs to do on the left-hand side. We'll pay attention to Kim right now. So she finds the left hand. Lots of athletes have touched the next hold. Only one has topped out the route so far. And Kim won't be one of those as she falls near the top. So all attention now on Heo Lee as he comes into the last couple of moves. That elbow is creeping up, you know.
Calm enough to rest a little bit and chalk though.
Yeah, he'll need... Ooh. Big kick up, maybe not so pumped. And then that pocket undercling looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, it's deep under there. Up to a sloper then. He is pausing here, needs to top it. Gets the left foot in, right hand. What method will he use here? I was going to say it's all about the right foot, but Risu showed us it isn't necessarily. Right toe in, he's going to make it as well, so that should be a finals for him, barring any kind of appeals, which I doubt there will be. Right, the men's route is done and dusted. He looks a bit surprised. Yes, lots of tops, as you can see, for the men's. Slightly too easy for them, but it is what it is. Everyone had the same route. And 2 to go for the women. So, Faye, training-wise for you, I know Germany is obviously your home base where you will be. But what things are you going to be working on over the next month? What's your weakness that you need to improve, if you have one?
My shoulder.
Oh yes, you've got this injury, haven't you? So that's something you're going to be like rehabbing?
I had an injury and then it's just not really recovered.
Okay.
So I'm going to work on that because otherwise if a single shoulder move happens anywhere, I fall off. Which has happened in a couple comps.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason I've fallen on a couple of things, which has impacted some stuff. But it's not great, but it's fine. So that'll be my main focus to get that back in order. But yeah, and then otherwise, I'm not going to tell anyone what my weaknesses are. That's a bad idea on air.
That is fair enough. Well, I mean, it's an individual sport and all that. No, well, I hope your shoulder rehab comes together. It's a nasty one to be dealing with. And for confidence as well, I can't imagine it's particularly confidence inspiring when you know a shoulder move and that's done.
Yeah.
Oh, well, best of luck to you, Faye. I hope it goes well.
You.
Right, 2 athletes to go for the women. Milena here and there, a reset to finish things off. The women need high tops. The men's route is done. And we have yeah, all of those results coming through, and the finals will kick off at 7 p.m. tonight.
Melina had good preparation for this though. Absolutely dominated, leading Bologna. I think she topped both qualifying routes.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and then won in the end finals. So yeah, I think she topped the route yesterday as well. So in a good position.
Yeah, we shall match this bottom hold. Sort of a chilled atmosphere here in the stadium. It hasn't been the sort of most electrifying semi-finals I've ever been part of, but the audience have done really well to sort of encourage each of their teammates. Of course, the ones who will make finals will go away now, back to hotels, you'd imagine, because they all have to leave the climbing wall as the curtains get pulled down and the routes reset for this evening. And it just becomes a case of pressure management for everyone here. Okay, so Milena with a big stretch there. Left foot up onto the slopey, no textured dish. Got to be precise with the feet, not cause too much drama. She just levitates that right foot onto the smear, but then drops back down to rethink. Big drop knee with the right. Finding a unique way through that sequence. Worked well for her, though. So, pretty chalked up in there. That won't be helping the grip. A cleaning break quite a long time ago. And lots of chalk, lots of athletes going through these moves. Okay, so she brings the left hand into the wide pinches here. Got to keep moving through these holds. It's just such an awkward position when you can feel your forearms exploding as you try to make the pinch work. One last big move to come before she'll get a rest. She hasn't really stopped in this power section at all. Creeps up on the right heel.
Good hold, and then she'll shake out for heading into the final section.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes. There's enough time. She'll need to get high, though, basically kind of touching the last hold in order to get into the finals. There is a jib there, which that's the one that a couple have missed, but she was nice and accurate with it. Out she goes onto this butterfly-shaped sequence of holds. Last pinch, last clip to go.
Carm said he doesn't even need the drop knee to get in there.
No, she's all good. Okay, crowd get behind her. They know this is the moment here. Finds the jib with the left foot, crosses through with the left hand. Into the right side pull. Can she keep it together? I don't know, that left foot's so bad. If you make the slightest hesitation, you go. Up she goes, not quite on the bump, but that should be finals, I think, for her.
Yeah, it's enough for finals.
Yeah, so good work. Yeah, there it is, second place, just underneath the top there. Lots of 35s on that score, and then a couple of 34s down at the bottom. So high scores needed for the women as well as the men here. Right, last climber will come on for the women in a couple of seconds, and that will be Arisa Hayashi for Team Japan. And looking very chilled here, hardly breathing. Yeah, she's through. Coaches just give her the nod to let her know she's all good. Which way do you go? Yeah, this whole gym has been divided up into sort of corridors, walkways. It's very different from how it is normally, of course. And thank you to the gym for opening up your doors to everyone. Once again, I'll butcher the pronunciation, so I won't say it. But you can check out the IFSC Instagram for their Instagram page. And do, if you are in Helsinki, come and check this place out. It's a massive gym, loads to get your teeth into, whether you're a boulderer, lead climber or a speed climber. There's a ginormous speed wall as well, which will be in action tomorrow. Okay, so our final athlete is announced. Arisa will walk on for Team Japan, needing a high finish in order to get into tonight's finals. More than capable of doing so. She's been waiting a long time in isolation. There's competition going on quite half an hour past the scheduled finish time.
I think all the athletes are getting further than they thought they would.
Yes, exactly that. It's all good. We got to see lots of climbing here this morning, which is always fun. Okay, so Arisa will just make sure the shoes are clean. She remembers the route. One last bow to the audience and the belay, and then she pulls on and is underway here. The future, one of the futures of Team Japan as they bring more and more talents to the overall talent pool. And there's going to be a competition in Japan, actually a new one coming in at the end of the season, which is going to be exciting. A team event. You can check out information on the IFSC's website. Good to be back in Japan. We haven't had a World Cup for a long time there, and I really miss it, actually. I think it's my favorite place to go to. So easy clips for her. Just about finding some kind of a flow here. No one has really fallen off too low for the women, but a couple have got unsettled down here. First press is good though.
Doesn't seem too sure about the positioning, but makes it work. She's fine.
Okay, moves to the right to come. 4 minutes 44 on the clock. And we'll get confirmation of our top 8 at the end of this run.
It's an interesting situation, actually, because if she makes it, she'll knock her teammate out of finals. So...
yeah, I mean, she won't know that, of course, but as a teammate, it must be hard because, you know, you're meant to encourage your team, but I think if it was me, I'd maybe be caught in two minds.
I've been told off for cheering on my teammates if they were going to knock me out of finals for it. But yeah, I've been told I shouldn't do it. So, but it's so hard because, you know, a lot of the time you're really close with them.
So she rocks up on that slope, but awkward moves done now. And she climbs her way up into the corner. Nice palm press on that no texture section there. Chalk, lack of chalk sometimes helps those moves. And steps up. She's slow, but within the time frame she'll need here. This is a bit awkward though. She doesn't like the left hand at all. And she's scraping off some chalk there. Yeah, IFSC rules have changed this year. You're no longer allowed to lick your fingers to make no texture holds better. You can spritz your fingers with water at boulder comps, but no athlete is going to bring a bottle up there. Maybe that's the next evolution. You have a little bottle in your chalk bag. You like wet your hands with. Who knows?
I feel like it should be like a reward if you qualify in first. You know, it's like because you're the last person on, it doesn't matter anymore, so you can just lick your hand.
I like that. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, just about stretches onto that left foot. All right, well, that's the shaky part done. Now she'll be able to do some more traditional climbing as she comes up into this press section here. He basically needs to get to the top of this wall, so has quite a long way to go, probably about there's 3 draws, but a lot of climbing in between. Misses the jib at the moment, now finds it with the right hand. It just allows you to pull a little harder, and she's smooth as she finds the left hand. Bumps up very, very close with that one. You heard the ooh from the audience. Nearly lost it on that move.
Well, within the time frame she needs, though.
Yeah, true. Minute 45 is plenty of time for this.
See if she's planning on resting or not.
Yeah, hasn't looked like the smoothest, but hasn't looked pumped yet. Just sort of occasionally awkward on a couple of moves, but looking good. Right, into the butterfly section here. Undercling as she twists that right hip through and hits the undercling as well. Nice footwork as she finds the jibs. So, will she be the second athlete to top out a route? Will she do what most have done and fallen at the very top? Crosses through, finds the left foot. Final seconds of our competition here. She brings the left foot up. She'll have to do a foot swap. She can't quite do it, but it should be enough, I think, for a finals. Yeah. So she's through in 7th position with that, another 34 plus. Right, Faye, I know you must be hungry and wanted to go and get some food, so thank you so much for joining me in the commentary box today. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. And of course, your coach, Toby, as well. And Team Ireland, I'm hoping big things to come from you guys.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem at all. We'll see you soon. This is our top 8, down to Gyur and Kim from Rafi at the top for the women. As we come down to our final 24, well, we will leave you with our top 8 here, and we will return this evening for the men's side of the competition. My name's been Matt Groom. Thank you so much for joining us here for this semi-final. We'll be back later on for more action as we look at our top 8 for the men. A couple of draws in there. Tyson Park, the last athlete. Andrea leading the way. Time making a factor in tops. All right, everyone, we will see you very soon for this evening. Good afternoon.